All right, everybody, welcome to this UFL game, the only UFL game of the day. The first of two streams we're doing Yankees A's later in the day. But first, we got this game between the Michigan Panthers and the Arlington Renegades. Michigan 4-2, tied for first right now in the USFL conference alongside the Birmingham Stallions. Win this game, you find yourselves in a very good spot to make it to the playoffs. Arlington, a lot of work to do. They have fallen out of the playoff picture after starting the season 2-0. Looking to get something going after a bad loss last week, a low-scoring affair to the St. Louis Battlehawks. The Michigan Panthers, Bryce Perkins, had a phenomenal day last time out in that dominant win over DC, who went to 5-2 after their win against San Antonio yesterday. Bryce Perkins right now look like the MVP of the league. He is looking incredible. Appreciate all you guys tuning in to this stream. My name is cgiulianihpu. If you've never been to a JJ Now live stream before, how it works like this. Fire away on the channel with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation gets your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll. Who do you think wins this game, the Panthers or the Renegades? We also have emojis in the chat. If you are a member, you can use emojis to show your support for either one of these teams. And you get a lot of other cool perks as a member as well. Every donation also counts toward this thing called You Make the Call. Well, you'll help me decide which game we're calling on, what day is it? On, I think, Wednesday. Wednesday night. Twins, Orioles, Red Sox, Tigers, or White Sox, Reds. Every donation counts toward one of those. And we had a new video that just dropped about the Saints. I don't think anything happened with the Saints today, not that I know of. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you haven't seen today's video, click that link above. It was a fun one to put together. It was a fun one. Yeah, so Derek Carr. We're going to be talking a lot about Derek Carr today. Frees up a lot of money for the Saints. Frees up a lot of money for New Orleans. I'm a bit surprised it happened. I would have thought it would have happened before the draft. Because usually you want to give the team the courtesy of doing that. Now, granted, it didn't really matter for the Saints because they drafted a quarterback second round anyways. That quarterback room is atrocious. That quarterback room is awful. Spencer Rattler, Jay Kaner, and Tyler Shuck. I mean, that is one of the worst quarterback rooms I've ever seen in my life. It's really bad. You can't... Basically, you're going to have to force Shuck to be thrown into the fire, which I don't know. Unless you get Rodgers, you might get... Do you get Rodgers? But he's not going to... I'm not sure he wants to go to a team like the Saints, who probably are not going to be contenders this year. They don't have the roster space or the roster stuff to be contenders. They don't have the cap space necessarily. I don't know if Rodgers goes. I don't know what they do at quarterback. I could see him maybe trading with the Cleveland Browns for Pickett or something like or because obviously 4 quarterbacks there. It's a lot. I don't know what's gonna happen. There, but it's gonna be interesting. Rams have the last QBs remaining now from 09 to 14 to Stafford and Jimmy G. Chris, there's only one left from 2014. You see, it's gonna be really bad. Derek Carr was late 2010s, early 2020s version of Carson Palmer. I would agree with that. How's it go? Michael Frank be with you, man. Carson Wentz, now he's watched at this point. Carson Wentz did not look good last year. Number 1 song on the day of Ain't Refunding. Ooh, all right. So October 75. I'm going to guess I Honestly Love You by Olivia Newton-John. I don't know if that ever hit number 1. But I'm going to guess because that was like her first big hit. So, how's it going, Bree? Welcome to the chat. Room for Seth Green. Solid tight end for Arlington. Solid tight end. Worst QB room, Steelers or Saints? I would say at least Mason Rudolph has shown glimpses of stuff in the past. The Saints have not had... They have nothing. Saints bring Tannehill? I don't think so. Tannehill seems to be perfectly fine retired. He didn't come back last year. What team gets you trading for Kamara? What team? I'm not sure anyone would take him on. With his age, that contract, I don't know who would take him on necessarily. I'm not sure. Was Carl on track to be a Hall of Famer? Not even close. Is he a Hall of Famer? Not even remotely close. Connor with a 5er. What contending team? Okay, so contending team. And which game do you want, Kyle? I'll get you on the call for it. I guess the only one I could see. I'm sorry about John Denver. Oh, man. Carl, where's that from? Or not even close? No. No, not even remotely close. You want Boston or Detroit? Got you on that. Appreciate you, man. Let me think. What contending team? You've been upgrading the Cowboys, but I'm not sure they're contenders. Man. Kickoff here, and we are underway. Michigan getting the ball to start. Field at the 5-yard line, and here we go. Taking to the 20 and down at the 23-yard line on the kickoff return there by Devin Russ. And that's where Bryce Perkins and company will take over. Bryce Perkins, masterful last week. I feel like every drive against DC, he was leading them down the field and making some incredible plays. We'll go down as a bet. He'll go down as an average quarterback. Saints trade for Jimmy G. I'm going to say fiction on that. I'm going to say fiction. Well, Chargers just drafted a guy. Broncos also just drafted Harvey. The problem is the money. The money's just a lot. The money's a lot with him. First play, handoff, nothing doing. Maybe the Saints if or maybe the Rams if Corum isn't developing properly, but I don't know. Saints are June 15. I think they're gonna be pretty bad. Yeah, Savick cars career in like that. Yeah, on the helicopter play. Right. How's it going, Dave? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, Jimmy G seems happy to be Stafford's backup. Yeah, I mean, we'd like to be a starter somewhere at some point, but I don't think they're gonna trade him. 2 of the top, 3 of the bottom. Perkins takes a snap, empty backfield. They send 4. Perkins looking first read. Out route, that ball is caught first down at the 34-yard line. Nice throw there, and Seosi Mariner making the grab for a first down. Mariner leads the team in receiving yards this year. The only player on Michigan with over 300 receiving yards this season. Gets 11 that time. First car post I saw was Sento. Oh no, it's legit. It is legit. So I gotta turn notifications on. Like, you don't get fooled by accounts if you have notifications on. Saints get one pick in the 26th draft. It seems like it's trending that way, unless they get a quarterback or unless Shuck plays a lot better than I think he will. Head up the middle, makes a cut inside, down to the 49-yard line. Gain of 15 yards in the play. And that's a first down for Toa. That 1-2 punch of McCrary and Toa. Some pretty solid this season. Toa averaging 5 yards a carry this year. Why was emergency live stream? Because I was asleep. Because the D-backs just decided to play the most on-crack game I've ever seen in my life. And I was exhausted after putting out the video. Otherwise, I would have gone live. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate you tuning in. Saints tank and pray for Arch. To the top, to the bottom, if he declares. Perkins stepping up, trying to avoid the sack. He cannot. Loss of 4 on the play, brought down by Amani Bledsoe. Amani Bledsoe on the sack. That's his first full sack of the season. Yeah, JJ News. Yep. You'll have a JJ News at some point. Yeah, I'll take a split with the Dodgers. I will. If we split, I'll take it. But man, you saying Stummill was crap when I first saw it and said, "Liza Tyrone." Like, who's Tyrone? Who's older, Shuck or Bennett? I think Bennett. Going deep on 2nd and 14. Receiver falls down, incomplete. Looking for Jalen Moore, but overthrown. Chris Claybrooks, the former Jaguar, on the stop. 3rd and 14. If I can see his bad, which I hope is a Packers fan. McCarthy looks solid in the preseason, but we'll see. Obviously, don't know what he's going to be like after the injury. Alava gets traded? No, I don't think so. No surprise to the Saints. I would bet on that. I'm not sure Arch declares. Right, I'm not sure. He's got to be the consensus number 1 to be in 26. Yeah, 4-11 in a baseball game was like a football score. Yeah, that game was nuts. One of the top 3 of the bottom. Perkins takes the snap. They send 5. Perkins pressured, fires middle of the field. Double coverage incomplete. Looking for Moore once again. And once again, it falls incomplete to Moore. So the Panthers get 2 first downs on the drive, but they'll have to punt this ball away near midfield. Seth Vernon on to punt. Ravens turn for Kamara? Potentially. Potentially, I could see it. Potentially. Yeah, and Carr got basically a golden parachute and not play football anymore. Yep. The punt here from Vernon. Good stop on the first drive. I would say it's been twice to win Big Sky double elimination tournament. Bounced at the 5 and into the end zone for a touchback. Not a great punt. Call it just 30 yards of net. Arlington going to take over at the 25 when we get back. It's a lot of money for a backup running back, though. That's a lot of money. And he's aging, too. He's not the same player that he was. Why does Jokic suck lately? I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're up 2-1. Might do a Hundo Hydric for the second D-back. The second game they played at 1:30 local. That'd be too close to D-backs. Well, I'm not going to D-backs tomorrow, so... Tomorrow I'm not going to D-backs, so that could work. Yeah, that would work. Just sort of 3 possible leaks. Well, if it comes from nerding or Ozzy, it's legit. Ozzy Mike Truck, it's trade, I would say very slim. He's got nothing left in the tank. We have the best running back duo in the NFL. I mean, they got Henry. That's good enough in terms of a running back duo. You can put anyone back there. Falcons, Colts is legit. Commanders, Dolphins in Madrid is legit. Bengals, Dolphins... No, it's not going to be Bengals, Dolphins in Madrid. It's Commanders, Dolphins in Madrid. I mean, today. Oh, today. No, they won't be cutting it close. No. No. The game starts at 5 o'clock. So, 5:10. We're good. Yeah, 100 for the second team. Yeah, that'd be fine. That would be fine. That would be fine. It would be a 2 games at 1 situation because we did have a you make the call for Yankees A's, but it would be... We would call both at the same time. That's fine. That wouldn't be too close at all. You can softball games take like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, yeah. And yeah, it'd be totally fine. No, Commanders only have 1 road game in Europe. They only have 1. It's the game against the Dolphins. My son slept through the entire night last night for the first time in his life. That's awesome. That is awesome. Probably got some well-needed sleep for the first time in a while. Yeah, sub out Carr, yep. Yep. With the injury, yeah, it sinks his career, I know, like that. Frees up a lot of cap room, though. Frees up a lot of cap room. Luis Perez. At quarterback now. Did not look great against the Battlehawks last time out. Renegades have lost 3 of their last 4 games. Perez actually has thrown more interceptions and touchdowns this season. Can he get something going here? Ball at the 20-yard line. Australia game, that's not until 2026. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Man in motion here is Hunter. Swings it out to Hunter. That ball is caught behind the line, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard on the play. And Tarpley on the stop for a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. I'm pretty sure all you guys doing. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. Juwan Jennings was doing wide receiver 1 role. I mean, he can play. I like Jennings a lot. I like his blocking ability. I like the way he catches the ball. I like his physicality. I don't know why he fell that far in the draft. But the Niners got a steal there. And he's been balling. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perez hands it off up the middle and bottled up for a loss of 1. Hunter gets nothing, brought down by Garrett Marino. See what's over Rodgers' contract. We just took it home with him and kept this as a decoration. You know, wouldn't shock me, knowing Rodgers. He's smoking something with it that he found from a 13th century tribe on a darkness retreat. Saints get a veteran QB and they'll be okay? Yeah, I think so, but right now it can't be anyone on the roster. 3rd and 10, curl right over the middle. Canelo lost the ball incomplete. Never had control. Would have been enough for a first down, but it's going to be a quick 3 and out. Sal Canelo drops it. All good, Nick. All good. Game just started. So Canelo drops the ball. Let's double check. Did he ever have control? 1, 2. I mean, I think he had control. I think he made a football move, but it's not really contesting it. Well, Arlington super challenge potentially for a hands to the face. Player did lose his helmet. You did see on that one. But yeah, we're reviewing this one. We're reviewing this. Kind of the two odds that Trout retires after the season. I would lean toward 33%. I would say 33%. I think he caught that. I mean, he took 4 steps. I mean, that is, by all accounts, that should be a catch. I don't know how that's not. He had control. Tarpley stripped it afterwards. Now, it would still be a loss of, it would still be 4th and 2. They would still be punting this ball away, but yeah, I would say Trout, I mean, he looks bad. He just looks bad, and he's injured. I think if he gets hurt, the odds increase that he retires. What do we leave for New York? I leave Friday. Like Friday super early in the morning. Want to set up a one-on-one streams for sometime next week too? Perfect. Yep. Yep, we can easily do that. We can easily do that. I leave on, yeah, they changed the call. It's 4th and 1. They gave him a gain of 9. Yeah, whatever you want to do works for me with that. I will be, yeah, I leave on Friday morning, like 5 in the morning. So, the punt here down to the 22-yard line on the return by Malik Turner. Cooper Rush will be the guy that the Saints sign. I don't know, he's in Baltimore right now. They do need a good backup there. Maybe, yeah, we could do an OT. Whatever you want to do works for me. Editorial in the USA Today that said signing Riders is the wrong move for Pittsburgh Steelers at this point. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's better than anyone they got right now, but obviously bring along the whole drama train with him. Yeah, my thoughts on Carr retiring. The injuries, it just stinks his career ended like that. But it frees up a lot of money for the Saints. I'm going to New York. My sister is graduating, so I'm going back for that. It's only for the weekend. I get in on Friday. I leave Monday. At least no one's got to see a Super Bowl in their city. At least they did. Speaking of the Saints, oddly enough, today's video is about the Saints. So if you do want to see it, click that link above. It is a very, very bizarre controversy involving the Saints. No UFL next week. No, we're doing UFL. It's just, Sunday's game we're doing. We're not doing the Saturday doubleheader. We can't do the Saturday doubleheader. Friday, I'm not sure yet. Friday, up in the air, I'm not sure yet. Right, trade for Jameis, ends up QB3. I could see that. Although they already had Jameis. They already had Jameis. Do you want to bring him back? I'm not sure. Cam Rise retirement also happening? Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's been around for a while. He was around for a while. He was great for Utah until last year. I think that was like the story broke Camel's back. Appreciate you tuning in, Andrew. Appreciate you, as always. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps the channel a ton. Again, later today, we are doing the Yankees-A's game. We're going to start that stream after this game is done. We also have one ChatGPT we got to do from Rob that I couldn't get to yesterday because I had to go to the Dodgers D-backs game, which yesterday was one of the greatest games I've ever seen in my life. As frustrating as it was. Where does Carr rank among the greatest quarterbacks to ever win a playoff game or division title? In the post-merger era, to never win a playoff game, he might be top 5. Is Florida not done for now? No, I don't think they win the series. When you said come back, I never meant in the game, because 2-0 is manageable. I think that Florida does not win the series. You think what happened last year for them? They had no depth. Yeah, if Rising got hurt, oh man, if Rising didn't get hurt, they could have done something. They really could have. I still am high on Utah this year. Screen pass. That ball is caught down to the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 7 for Mariner. Yeah, maybe. I don't want to say undrafted because Graham Mertz got drafted, but he would not have been high. It would have been like a 6th, 7th round pick. Yeah, sucks that Carr's career had to end this week. The injuries are too much. Saints don't find a veteran quarterback at 6-3-14. Oh, I could definitely see him be the worst team in football. I could definitely see it. 2nd and 2. Greatest QBs to not win a division title or a playoff game. Yeah, Sports Tank anchors about Team Lionel Hutz. He will. He will. 2nd and 2. The handoff here goes to Toa. Toa brought down by the horse collar. Are they going to get a flag on that? They are not. They're not getting a flag. No flag on the play. No gain. 3rd and 2. Got Mana with a tour. Which game do you want? I'll get you on the call for it. Better Hall of Fame chance. A.J. Brown or Vontae Smith? I would say A.J. Brown. I would say, actually, I don't think it's close right now. I think it's easily A.J. Brown. I would trust Brown more than Smith to make the Hall of Fame. Red Sox were also had such a great game, not being sarcastic, actually mean it. I did not see it. I'll take your word for it, though. 3rd and 2. You tell us quickly turn blue in football. Yep, BYU. I think BYU is going to win the Big 12 this year. 3rd and 2. The play action, and a bit too high, goes off the hands of Malik Turner, and it's a quick 3 and out. One Orioles, get you on the call for 3 Orioles. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I heard the Cowboys were on trade for Bateman. I did see that. Less problematic wide receiver. Yeah, the Cowboys are just trying to trade for people's scraps. It's crazy. You're a bit too high. You expect Turner to come down with that, but Perkins has missed on his last 3 throws. No, Smith is on track, but Brown is more on track. Are Burrow and Hurts and Marino Elway the class? I could see that. Field the 22-yard line, taking to the 25, cuts inside to the 30, upfield to the 35, down to the 38-yard line. Jaden Price on the return. And they're going to take over the 38-yard line. They do catch rates for the Utah team? I did not. I mean, I know they're the Mammoth. I know that, but I don't know about catchphrase. I know they changed their name. They're now the Mammoth now. Hudson Seniors, that is Hudson Jr. with such a 10 football. Yep. Oh, yeah. No, Hudson Jr. would definitely not. Johnny was possibly named in the quarter-century team. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's a good tribute. Yeah, trading for Pickens is so Jerry Jones. I think it's going to work out in the sense that either he plays well or they get a compensatory pick that's equal to a 3rd-round pick that they gave up. So, like, it's not the worst trade in the world, but... Well, QB class in the past is a good comparison to 2014. Ooh. Just ravaged with injuries? Yeah, someone's on track. Brown's on the train. Yep. Disappointing 1st round. Ravaged with injuries. What if we try... Hang on. Let me see. Is this late for McKee? I don't think so. I don't think McKee's solving any problems. What's next now? 1-1? Wait, 1-1? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, 1-0 since we figured out who was a White Sox fan. I counted when we found out who was a White Sox fan. I would say 03. I would say 2003. 1st round, you had a massive bust in Kyle Bowler. A meh quarterback with the Jaguars, Byron Leftwich and Blake Bortles. Carson Palmer, pretty similar to Derek Carr. I would say that. Tusks up. Huh. It's not bad. Not bad. If AJ Feely help, oh yeah. So much for that. Tyler Shuck is plus 1,400 odds to win Offensive Rookie of the Year on FanDuel. You think it'd be higher because he's pretty much going to start every game at this point. But I'm not too high on him. What old QBs hurts most like? I think Cunningham's a fair comparison. You have the injury in 2016 Ruin Carr's career. Yep. Give you that one. He was never the same after that. He was never the same. 1st down ball, the 39-yard line. Perez to the top 3 of the bomb. Last drive was a quick 3 and out. Out route makes a man miss. This is going to be a 1st down. Sal Cannella to the 45-40. Sal Cannella to the 30. 20-yard line. Brought down by Tarpley. A simple out route. He made the whole Michigan defense miss. It's a huge gain. Call a gain of 41 yards and a first down in the red zone. What a run after that catch by Sal Cannella, his second of the day. Got his defender to slip, got Tarpley to slip. A good play by Tarpley, not giving up on it afterwards. Got a block down the field and just outside the red zone, the 21-yard line. Play action, Perez going deep. One-on-one, incomplete. It's 14-on-14. Winstead being guarded by DJ Miller, and Miller making the play. 2nd and 10. How about Legend? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm not really compared to any, like, Hall of Famer right now. Maybe Steve Young, but I really can't. Can't compare him to Young. 2nd and 10. Cannella in motion. On the top, 2 to the bottom. Perez going to hand this one off up the middle, trying to cut inside down to the 19. We'll call it again at 2, maybe 3 for Hunter. That was going to be 3rd and long. Russell Wilson coaching the Nuggets during a timeout. It does feel odd, especially against the Thunder. It's like, oh, this is like right player, wrong uniform. Easy support money on ticket ads on Sacramento TV. I did not know that. But gotta find a way to get fans to the ballpark. I'm not by the White Sox hype at all. They only beat the Marlins and we ain't good at all. That is true. Well, they are 1-0 since we figured out the Pope is a White Sox fan. Cannella makes another man miss. His 3rd grab of the quarter, down to the 5. Quick throw to him. Adonis Alexander brings him down, but not for a gain of 13 yards. Sal Cannella having a great quarter so far. And the Renegades in prime position to score at the 5-yard line. It was no one on Cannella. There was a defensive mismatch. Miscommunication, and Nakua gets there in time. But then can't make the tackle. How many changes do they get in the next 10 years? I would say 1. I'd say they get a ring. The way Howie drafts. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Aaron Sacramento. Nice. Fires in the flat on play action. Incomplete. Broken up there. Curtis Hodges, the intended target. Brings up 2nd and goal. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Subscribe. Help us out a ton. Thank you for making this the #1 place to watch the UFL on YouTube. We consistently get top viewership of everyone, and I really appreciate you guys. Odds and Knicks go 3-0 against Celtics later. I'm going to say 33%. Where God's going to work against us the next 2 days. I'd be concerned, too. I'd be concerned with that. 2nd and goal, 2 at the top. Ale Central now is playing lights out. They're the best division in baseball. They are the best division in baseball now. Hand off Hunter. Hunter will bowl into the end zone. Hunter on the hunt. No, they're going to stay down at the 1. They're going to stay down at the 1. He's going to be up there with one of the greatest gyms ever. I think he's going to end with 3. 3rd and goal at the 1. I thought he got in. Let's double check this. I thought that ball went over the plane. I think that looks like it goes over the white to me. Will they review this? Play clock wind down. They're not going to review it. Ayler's in the game at QB. They're going to give it off up the middle and nothing doing. Nothing doing. A goal line stand by Michigan. Frank Ginda in on the stop. 4th and goal. Decision time here. Yeah, Twins on 6-game winning streak. It doesn't matter because the other team's doing well. Yep. Yeah, I could see that in case I could see that. And will they line up for the field goal? Looks like they're going to line up for the field goal. So they're only going to get 3 on this drive. Haversick going to kick this ball. Be a 20-yard field goal or thereabout. It's a chip shot. But they are not going to go for it down by the 2-yard line. Playing very conservative here. Want to get the first points of the game. And Haversick is money. 3-0 the score. Nice goal line stand. Michigan fans the only injury at their own player? Michigan fans the only injury at their own player? Yeah, now this series is amplified. Yep, it is. Alright, 3-0 the score. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, help us out on the channel. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. You want to screen up? Oh, they absolutely could. Fact on that one. Absolutely could. Because the Rockets scored 9 runs, but the Panthers scored 13. Yep. Didn't they? It was all the bottom of the 8th, too. It was the bottom of the 8th they just bat around. So, like, the game was never close. Fox has to call the game off monitor. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not listening with the audio, but that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, at least we're not the Rockies. Yep. At least we're not the Rockies. D-Bucks, your bullpen game. Rodriguez's next start. Oh, I'm going to say fiction. The thing with the... So, here's the interesting thing with the D-backs. There's a lot to dissect with that game. And also, Torey Lovell does not, like... He lets guys go a while. So, I think Rodriguez is going to start again. He shouldn't. I mean, he gave up on a bunt. He put in no effort last night. He put in no effort. Now, the interesting thing is that the D-backs did call up Christian Mena. Rose like the playoffs? They could. They could. I like their pitching. I like their pitching a lot. They could make the playoffs. I think it's going to be, at this rate, I think 3 teams make it in the AL Central. I think that the Royals could be that team. Yeah, I need Brewers to sell you up. So the thing with the D-backs is that they have this kid called Christian Mena. Mena or Mania? Let me just double check. And we called him up. Yeah, Mena. Yeah, Christian Mena. We called him up. And he's a starting pitcher. He's a starter. Kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. As the show gets 50-50, I think we'll get 50 home runs. I don't think the 50 stolen base is going to happen, though. I'd say like 10%. Have someone on for Rodriguez and Rodriguez in the bulk roll? I can see that. I don't think Torey's going to do it. But the thing with Mena is that he looked good last night. And Mena's a starter. Mena is a starter. So Christian Mena was a starter in Reno. They're training him to be a starter. He's one of the top prospects. He looked very good. Didn't allow a hit. Went about 3 2/3. I think he could have gone more. But he went 3 2/3. Allowed no hits to the Dodger lineup. 1 walk. That was it. I could see him. I would put him as starting pitcher 5. I put him in as starting pitcher 5 over Rodriguez. Are the Thunder going to lose round 2? They need SGA to step up. They need SGA to step up. I'll put it that way. You don't even take a shot in OT? You're smiling after the game? Oof. What international game with the highest attendance in NFL history? In regular season games, it was Cardinals 49ers. 05. Regular season, Cardinals 49ers. So if we're talking all time, I think Cowboys Oilers back in 93 in the preseason. McCall left Max Myron. I was ticked off. He took up Palazzo the other day when he was cruising. He said he wouldn't pull pitchers. Yeah, I think Torey's management yesterday, everything he did was wrong. That was frustrating about yesterday's game. McCrary handoff here. We will call it a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. Like, Rodriguez should have left way earlier. Like, they didn't have the bullpen warming up until it was like 6 runs. Thompson should have gone the 9th instead of Ginkel. Ginkel's got nothing left. Ginkel sucks now. It should have been Mena finishes the 7, Beeks in the 8th, Shelby Miller's in the 9. If you're going to take Mena out early, when he could have gone, the very least, don't put in Ginkel. 2nd and 6. Like, I knew we lost the game. I knew it was one of those where as soon as I knew Ginkel and Thompson were both warming up. Fumble on the play. McCrary loses the ball. Picked up. Scoop and score. Willie Taylor. Scoop and score. Touchdown for Arlington. Let's double check. Make sure he was down. Or wasn't down, I should say. What's the call on the field? Let's see. McCrary, was he down? No, they're not going to DFA him. Torey doesn't do, like... Oh, he might not have been down. He might not have been down. Now, Taylor might have been down when he got this ball. When Taylor got this ball, he might have been down. But no, they're going to say no fumble. No fumble. They're going to say he was down. 3rd and 4. One of the top 3 at the bottom. The thing is that Torrey gives guys a long leash, like a really long leash. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Drag route caught. First down, then some. Off to the races. Yossi Mariner into plus territory for a first down. Oh, Pat's Jags, really? I'm surprised by that. Tacoma Wings? That would not be a bad name for the G League team. Couldn't find the other 2 games. Yeah, one of them was preseason. That was preseason. Maybe 94. One of the rest of the whistle for the fumble happened. Oh, yeah, I'm watching without any sound. That was close. Either way, first down at the 36-yard line for Michigan. 2 on the play clock. Perkins just gets it off. Play action. So he gets Harris to bite, fires, but misses. Had Malik Turner open. Yeah, so we're not going to do a fake ankle. We should. I mean, he is not looking in any outing this year since coming back from the IL. It really is crazy. Like, the bullpen's not... I really don't think the D-backs bullpen is bad. Problem is that Martinez is hurt. And Martinez being out changes a lot. Because you don't have a closer. You have to... I really don't think it's bad. But Martinez has to be healthy. Right now, it sucks. You have a closer, everything happens. Publish it over to Tori. I'm with you there. Play action. Perkins, soon as he throws, fires, incomplete. Looking for Turner, broken up on the play by Miles Dorn. Like, that was maybe Torrey's worst managed game that I've seen. He's had a lot of bad ones. That was probably his worst one. What teams are going to draft top 5 in the NFL draft in 26? I'm going to say the Browns, the Saints, the Seahawks, the Jets, and takes a snap, they send 4. Perkins, stepping up, going to throw on the run to the sideline, caught, but stumbles before getting the first down. He's going to be short. That should have been a first, but Malik Turner couldn't stay on his feet. 4th and 1. And we go to the second quarter. Yeah, Giants could be as well. Giants could be as well. Decision time here. Do you go for it? I think you do. 4th and 1 when we get back. Yeah, I could see the Giants being top 5. You low on Fields? Yes. Yes, adjusted draft top 5. Yep, I'm low on Fields. I'm very low on him, actually. I'm very low on Fields. And I would say the Titans. That's your top 5. That's your top 5. I can't say the Jaguars because we don't have a pick next year, so. So it's not me being biased. The Jaguars literally do not have a top 5 pick. They don't have a first round pick. The Jets are a bad team. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the Jets. I'm not high on Fields in the slightest bit. There's nothing pocket presence-wise I've seen out of Fields that makes me think he's a franchise guy or even remotely good. If you don't have Nance Romo called a quarter game from the sideline, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Feels like some of the Jets will regret releasing Rodgers. No matter what happens, they're not going to regret releasing Rodgers. You had to. You had to. It was cancerous. Falcons being top 10 bet, but not top 5. Yeah, top 5. They have too much talent to be that. All right, go for it. How's it going, Zippy? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. I think backwards starters. I have to check that out. I already said top 5 worst teams. I already said. Titans, Saints, Jets, Browns, Seahawks. It's not high on Darnold. Knicks and Pacers blow to our leads. I don't think the Pacers will. I think the Knicks will. 4th and 1. They're going to line up to go for it. The third quarter. All right. I did not know that. My Pacers lost game 3 yesterday. They did. Didn't look good at any point during that. I'm not sure they even led at any point during that game. 4th and 1. Yeah, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what we see, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you are a member, we have emojis in the chat. Show your support for either one of the teams. Get a lot of perks for being a member. Yeah, that's a bad record for Lawrence. 4th and 1. QB sneak got the first with ease. Bryce Perkins out to the 24-yard line. Gain of 3. Right, if they win game 4, a lot changes. A lot changes. Down to the 24-yard line. First down. Perfectly executed QB sneak by Perkins. You know, last week was the first week that Perkins played pretty much every snap at quarterback. There was one play that Etling played, but that was because Perkins lost his helmet. And Etling just handed the ball off. So Perkins is the starting quarterback for this team. He is the guy going forward. Gets the QB stick there. He's going to use his legs here on the read option to the 20-15. 10. Perkins makes a man miss. Are you kidding me? And then loses the ball, gets it back. Touchdown. Touchdown, Michigan. A wild play there. Perkins made a man miss. Then he got way too lax in his goal, going by the goal line. Slowed down, got stripped, recovered his own fumble, and he's in the end zone. Wow. He got way too lax in his goal ball. Didn't matter. Jamal Carter, great player. Don BB-esque on that one. Definitely lost it, but he got it back. Touchdown, 6-3. Bryce Perkins, heck of a run. Just got to finish the play. That's easily a Hall of Famer in KC. That's not even close. That's the best receiver of all time. Why would that not be a Hall of Famer? That's literally, those stats are literally the best receiver of all time. Perkins again on the read option. This time he's denied. Brought down on the play by Donald Payne. 6-3 the score. So the 1-point try fails, but Michigan has the lead for the first time today. A wild sequence there, and Bryce Perkins in the end zone on that rushing touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season. His 13th touchdown of the year that he's responsible for. Panthers in front. Nice drive. The answer in Arlington field goal, the touchdown of their own. And they now lead 6-3. Again, every donation gets your question right away. Let's just go in the order that I see them. And again, we have a new video out. Click the link above if you want to watch it. It's about the Saints, oddly enough. Not planned at all in terms of the car retirement, but that video is out. Want to check it out? Click that link above. NL West having currently at least 20-plus wins each team, and the Rockies doing Rocky stuff. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not good for the Rocks. I think it's safe to say they're not making the playoff. I think it's safe. Could Akron beat Mississippi State? No. 4-8 beat? No, I don't think so. Mississippi State will win that game. I'm not crazy about their coaching, but Mississippi State will win that game. I'm going to miss the Rockies homestand, next time we play them, which is a bummer, but we need like some low blood pressure games to go to. because Dodger games are just on crack, and the stadium is always sold out. It's nuts. Rocky games are not like that. Not in Arizona. If you want to see, like, I think Dodgers team actually be one of the best rivalries in the history of not the history, but like one of the best rivalries out there right now. 48,000 pass yards, 230 touchdown, 31,000. Huh? 31,000 what? What do you mean by yards? I mean, 31,000 rushing yards, absolutely. I mean, that's the all-time record. They did lose to Toledo. They did. But I think Akron is worse. The Rockets still believe they will be, if they do. Art Stays, who's QB1. Probably Nussmeier at this point. Could be Nussmeier. It could be Levitt. I'm not sure yet. I think Nussmeier is probably the favorite to be number one. The Phoenix Dodgers are one, but they're behind Giants, Padres for Dodgers. No, you said 48,000 pass yards, you said 31,000 yards. So, I'm confused. You said it twice. 48,000 yards, 230 touchdowns is not a Hall of Famer. No. Oh, rushing? Yeah. Yeah. 31,000 rushing yards is... that's literally Hall of Fame. That's the record by 13,000 yards. So, yeah. Easily. LR could be as well. LR could be. All right, kickoff here. Bounces at the 15 and field at the 8-yard line. Take it out to the 20 and outside to the 22-yard line before going out of bounds. Is Price. That's where Arlington's going to start this drive. You know what? Yes, they could. They could. First down, the 22-yard line. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. Arlington got a field goal last year. Did not go for it down by the goal line. Again, Arlington started the season 2-0. They have lost 3 out of 4. And right now find themselves in danger of missing the playoffs. San Antonio mathematically eliminated at this point. They give to the side. Hunter will lose yards. Loss of 2. Brought down on the play by Kedrick Whitehead Jr. Seriously, now the only team in the NFL without their top quarterback, running back, wide receiver from 24. That's going to be a lot different, and they'll still manage to fluke 9 wins out of it. 2nd and 12. I don't want to jinx anything, but we're 16 minutes in. There's no flags. I don't want to jinx anything, but I should note there has not been a single flag thrown this game so far. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perez, they send 4. Looking, pump fakes, has to avoid the sack, cannot loses the football. Who's got it? Fighting for the ball. And it's going to be Michigan ball. Michigan's got the football. They get the strip sack on Perez, and Michigan going to take over in the red zone. What a sequence there. NFL team wins, but LSU puts them a fight. Offensively, they do well. Defensively, they probably wouldn't. Sacked on the play by Ron Stone, and then Michigan gets the recovery, stripping it away. I think it was Donovan Mutin who made it. But since getting #1 pick, Nussmeier versus Dez, obviously, that'll be interesting. Be a good fit. So Stone on the sack. Wait, now they overturn the call. Wait. Now they say Arlington got it. Okay, they overturn it. Now we do have a flag. Pre-snap penalty. They overturn the call. The first referee pointed Michigan's direction. They change it. Well, college can beat 19 LSU? Not many. Not many. That team was stacked. Not many. Some of our International Series and look very familiar for some reason. Ooh. 3rd and 9. I so saw YouTube last year. Oh, I jinxed it. There you go. Yep. Did jinx it. At least that was pre-snap. At least that was a pre-snap one. 3rd and 9. Ball at the 23-yard line. To the top, to the bottom. Perez, they send 4. Rolling out, going to fire on the run. That ball is broken up, incomplete. Nice job there by cgiulianihpu. Lovely. A lovely pass break up there, and they'll go 3 and out. Forced to punt this one away. Wait, LSU had like 20 NFL guys. NFL teams at 53. Now, offensively, be interesting. Best team in college history. They got a good claim. They got an awfully good claim for it. And an awfully good claim for it. A jockey was suspended and fined for striking sovereignty too many times. There are limits for how much you can strike a horse? Wait, now they do get a... Wait. Okay, Fox is doing a crap job. They're not showing the flag calls or anything. Yep, they're going to get defensive holding. That is the right call. It's away from the play. Javonte Payne was being dragged to the ground. Was being held there by Adonis Alexander. So 1st down for Arlington. They're not showing anything, though. Well, Bama, there's a bit of an asterisk due to the COVID year. Handoff up the middle, down to the 32. I know there were limits to how much you could strike a horse in that. Well, Summer's not racing the next... He's not racing the Preakness. 2 days suspension. That's it. 62K. That's a lot of money, but you get a lot of money for winning the Derby. So, 2nd 7 handoff here, gain of 1. Brought down on the play by TJ Carter. Ironically, the jockey wrote so. Main case for Bama's playing all CC schedule. Yeah, that's true. Third and 6. This is Fox first here. It's not good. Through the top, 3 at the bottom. They send 5. Looking out route. Caught. 1st down. It's Winningham, or Burnett, I should say, on the grab. Burnett on the grab. DJ Miller pushes him out of bounds. 1st down. LSU vacates best sports team? No, not best sports team. Gain of 8. Yeah, Miami was great. 0-1 Miami. 0-4 USC. And 19 LSU are the 3 this year. There's a reason you won't join the Preakness. That adds up now. Yep. 1st down, Perez stepping up. Pump fakes, fires. Broken up, incomplete. But flag on the play. Looking for Sal Cannella. Broken up there by Kedrick Whitehead. Who's shocked there's a 0 schedule leak since yesterday or something. Well, the games have been leaked with the international games. So, they're going to get on the defense, holding on Michigan. Move it up, 1st down. That's how 3 flags on this drive going against the Panthers. And again, on Whitehead, I believe. Yep, Whitehead. I don't know what best sports team in history is. I don't know. 1st down. Play action. Perez rolling out. Pump fakes. Fires. Resets his feet. Going deep. Incomplete. Javonte Payton had a step. Through the hands, though. 2nd and 10. And appreciate all you guys tuning in. We'll be live for Yankees A's later today. I'm going to adjust the scoreboard for that. International games can take away home game for one team. That's why I'm okay with it now. That's 9 games. You know, when the recent trend of books continues. Hopefully for you. Hopefully for your sake it does. There's 2 unleaked games. Yep, Brazil and Dublin have not been leaked yet. But it's looking likely it's going to be the Vikings against the Steelers and then Chargers, I think Chiefs, which I would hate. But handoff up the middle, gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 8. How's it going, Lou? Appreciate you tuning into the chat. At least your national games now, it's for the conference that is 9 home games, so you're not really losing anything. Right, also GTA, yep. Yeah, GTA release. Last few have worked out pretty well for you. Owen Cates at 30 NFL draft picks, 17 of those guys are first round picks. Yeah, 0-1 is a case to actually. The problem is quarterback. If they had like Burrow at quarterback, they could actually play in the NFL. 3rd and 7, out route. Can he keep the feet in bounds? The 39-yard line, he cannot. Javonte Payton incomplete. The throw led him too far out, and they'll have to punt this ball away. So like the Owen team play live. Oh wow. Let's double check. Ooh, nope, could not drag the second. Could not drag the second. I don't think that's a catch. Yeah, I've seen Vikings go to Chiefs versus Texans or Chargers. Or Chiefs or Texans for Chargers, yeah. They were going to review this, but I don't think that's a catch. We'll put a poll up. I was in high school that came to Philly to play Temple at Franklin Field back in the old Big East. That is so bizarre. Just thinking that like Miami and Temple were at one point in the same conference. Just thinking about that. In the sense of Miami went to Franklin Field. What was their weak spot? I'd probably say D-line. Did he drag the foot? He dragged the foot, but that was before he got the ball. I don't think that's a catch. I don't think this is going to be a catch. And the call will stand, so 75% of you were right on that one. No catch on the play. Fourth and 7. Long drive for Arlington. They got 2 first downs off penalties, but unable to do anything with it. It's not going to be 45-3. They could win. The punt here bounces at the 2, and a beautiful job there. Is that a touchback? Are they going to say when the end zone? King. Beautifully done by the gunner as well. And I'm not sure he ever went to the end zone. I'm not sure he ever went into the end zone. You're so clear with starting in college. Let's double check this. If he didn't go to the end zone, Michigan's going to get this ball at the 2-yard line. King does his job, and a beautiful job there by Price, and he never went in the end zone. Downed by Winningham. King pins him deep, a 50-yard punt. And Michigan at the 2-yard line when we get back on a phenomenal play. Yeah, Everett's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, he was first ballot. Yeah, that team was stacked. All right, I'm just doing this really quickly. Give me 1 second. I'm just adjusting this. Andy, is UFL Corvus going to shot being a backup in the UFL? Yes, I think Bryce Perkins can. I think Bryce Perkins absolutely can. I think he should be the Jaguars' backup because I don't trust Mullins right now, and we don't really have anyone at backup. We don't really have anyone. Because Mullins is pretty not that good. Mullins is not that good. And we have Seth Hennigan, undrafted guy. I want Perkins. He could play when he was with the Rams. He was all right. What do you think this year's why the heck will be Sunday night game? I'm going to say the why on earth is this a Sunday night game will be... Yeah, I already said Reed's in the Hall of Fame. I already said it. Giants, Chargers. Giants, Chargers is my pick. I appreciate all you guys tuning into the stream. If you like what we see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Panthers should be Sunday night game. I could see it for sure. It's going to be either a National 425 or a Sunday night game. It's going to be one of those two. Right, like Travis Hunter, wide receiver, quarterback. They're going to have him play at wideout. They're going to have him play at wideout and corner, but they're primarily wideout. I would play him at both. I would play him at both. If I had to pick one, I think we have a bigger need at wideout than quarterback. So I'd say wideout. I feel like that's going to happen because they overrate the Giants every single year. Knicks can win this afternoon? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, 1 o'clock game against Chiefs Texans. Yep. I have the Celtics coming back and winning 4 straight. They just got to hold on. They just got to finish a game. That's all they got to do. They just got to finish. Eagles Lions, well, that's going to be a primetime game. Eagles Lions will be primetime or the national game. Standalone national game. Sixers fan actually root for the Knicks guy, respect the way they play, and Brunson is a Philly guy and Eagles fan. Makes sense. I mean, it makes sense as a Sixers fan also not root for the Celtics. I get it. They are going to say that the gunner went into the end zone, so they changed the call, moved it to the 25-yard line. So King's celebration's all for naught. Good punt, but gunner went into the end zone. Foot was on the goal line when he batted the ball, so ball to 25. McCrary on the give, and he will go down to the 32-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. Think the Nuggets do it? I think SGA is playing like crap right now, so they could. They could. I think the Thunder do find a way to pull out away, and if they don't, they got to make a trade. They don't. This is their window. And they got draft picks, they got the capital, they got to make a trade. Get KD, get someone. Will Harden be better? I think at wideout, but he'll be good at both. Thoughts on Carr retiring 1 minute to the Saints? Frees up a lot of cap space. 2nd and 3, handoff up the middle. And nothing doing. McCrary brought down the 32-yard line, brings up 3rd and 3. Sucks his career ended that way, but it frees up a lot of cap space. Well, Kellen Moore said they're going to rotate all their quarterbacks and give each one a chance for the starting job. Your quarterback committee. This is going to be a... Whew. Yeah, I don't think the Saints are going to do this year, folks. I don't think the Saints are going to be good this year. I'm going to take a wild guess. Timeouts, play clock's winding down. Let's Michigan's first. The why is this a national doubleheader game? Ooh, I'm going to say... Bears-Ravens. Bears-Ravens. Falcons better than Jets? Yes. Falcons are better than Jets. All right, so after the timeout with the play clock winding down, 3rd and 3 for the Panthers. Motioning to the bottom of the screen is Turner. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. You have 4 and 3 at best. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. They send 5. Fires in the flat, caught. Turner, first down, stays on his feet to the 45-50. Turner to the 45, and he'll get out of bounds to the 43-yard line. Malik Turner stays on his feet that time and gets 25 yards. Yeah, I think you're right on that one, Jackson. Well, I think that the reason why is because it takes a lot to flex out a game. March Archer, if it even declares. I don't even know if it declares. But it takes a lot to flex out a Saturday or a Monday night game because the networks get protections. But flexing it from 1 to 425, if you get bad 425, you can easily flex it into that spot. We were on the board 97. 97. You know, it's definitely going to hurt the ratings. First down, handoff, nothing doing. Toa loses 3, brought down on the play behind the line by Amani Bledsoe, having a solid game so far. 2nd and 13. Yeah, 2 games for... Yeah. It didn't work last year, they did it, in terms of the ratings. It didn't help. So regionally televised. I wish I could do both at the same time. I can't. My sister's graduation is at the same exact time. So I won't be able to do the games on Saturday, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would do the 2 at once. I love wins 2 at once. For me, it means 3 streams instead of 4. My voice gets a bit of a breather, but it's also nonstop action. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. 2nd and 13, motioning his Toa. They get the snap off. Perkins, they send 4. Fires over the middle and wide open, but drops. Sayosi Mariner. Right in his hands. Would have been an easy gain of at least 7 or 8. But now make it 3rd and long. NBC would have a good problem to have when NBA starts the middle of NFL season. So you have Sunday Night Basketball. Yeah, it's going to be a good problem. I think, well, USA Network probably gets the Sunday night game. Do they have the studio space to do it, though? So you figure they're going to use the Football in America studio space for the NBA, but... 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perkins, empty backfield. They send 5. Pressured. Escapes the sack somehow. He's looking to take off and run to the 40, and he will go out of bounds to the 38-yard line. 5 yards shy of the sticks. Decision time here. Ajeen Harris on the stop. 4th and 5. You're kind of in no man's land. Yeah, YouTube's going to do the Brazil game. Yep, they're doing Brazil. Yeah, that game could decide. It could. Very well could decide. All good, Inkitsy. All good. Yeah, it's going to be YouTube. And it's going to be for free around the world, which is going to be awesome. It's a great moment for the NFL. 4th and 5. They're going to try the field goal. 56 yards for Potter. It's a long kick. His longest is 45 this season. Is that long enough? It is! Tucks inside the right upright. BT Potter. BT for 3. A 56-yard field goal, his longest of the season. And the Panthers lead by 6. Heck of a kick there for BT Potter. Didn't know if he had the leg on that one. But he absolutely did. His longest kick ever. 52 yards. He just surpassed his career long by 4 yards. His longest kick ever by 4 yards. Brazil game, it'll be week 1, Friday night. NFL game on Mars. Next 2 years. NBA game first half has for Sunday game. They could do that, yes. They could do that. If there's no rule in terms of when the game has to be, they could do an NBA game at like 3 o'clock Eastern time or 4 o'clock Eastern time. That's the lead-in program. By a classic Akron home from the 80s. I'm not sure where I have the space for it anymore. I've got so many college homes at this point. Like, I don't know if I can even have the space. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. BT Potter is the longest career kick by 4 yards. Tucks inside the right upright. Michigan has scored 9 this quarter. Oh, it's not going to start till after the AFL season? Oh, then that's easy enough, then. That's easy enough. The Bears-Cowboys rumor is true. I've not seen anything. And make him some Bravo? I can't see it on Bravo. So here's the thing with any scheduled news. Only stream next Sunday. I'm not sure if I'm doing Friday yet. I'm not sure yet. Friday I might not be doing any stream. It's either going to be I do the UFL or I'm not doing anything on Friday. I'm not sure yet. But Sunday I am doing, yes. If it comes from this account, it's legit. If anything schedule leaks, this account's legit and this account's legit. Those 2 accounts are completely legit. If it doesn't come from that account, I wouldn't buy it just yet. I have heard Chiefs Chargers rumor. It's not confirmed yet. If that's a 425 game, I'll see it week 1. I could. Yeah, so I don't know. Ball State Purdue, but it'd be close. Yeah, Purdue is bad. Purdue is bad. KFC's chicken and waffles. Ooh. Adding some options. I don't know how that would taste. Kickoff return to the 22-yard line. That's where Arlington's going to start this drive. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, if it's not reported by one of those accounts, it's not legit. Those 2 accounts are the big ones. They have a 99% accuracy rating last year with getting the games right. So. So they're good. First down pass, incomplete. It was good. Ooh. So remember that account that I said had Dolphins Falcons starting at 12 o'clock Eastern time? They just posted another gem today. We have a leak from that account. We have a leak from that account. It's a beauty. Let me just double check that this is what I think it is. Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. Pass over the middle of the field. That ball's caught. And breaking a few tackles. First down the play. Gain of 10. Tyler Vaughns. And some people are falling for it, which is nuts to me. Week 13, Monday Night Football. Lions at Bengals. See if you can spot the problem with that. So yeah, if it comes from anything that's not an Ernie or Ozzy, it's not legit. Like, this account is not legit. See if you can spot the problem with that. Lions, Bengals, Monday Night Football, Week 13. Like, come on. First down. Perez, pump fakes. Rolling out. Now he gets sacked to the play as he tries to retreat down to the 23-yard line. Kenny Wilkes on the stop. It's a loss of 9, second and long. This Michigan defensive line getting to Perez today. Worst Scotch football team in 25. Kent State will prove it otherwise. Now, it's not they don't play each other this year. It's not they don't play each other. But there's something that I will bet my house. I will bet my life savings it won't be Lions Bengals Week 13. Yep, Week 13 is Thanksgiving. Week 13 is Thanksgiving. 2nd and 7. Screen pass. Caught. Hunter to the 30. Brought down the 35-yard line. I'll take us to the 2-minute warning. You know, they play each other, but I will bet all the money in the world. Yeah, Week 13 is literally Thanksgiving. So the Lions will be at home. Unless they're going to play 2 games in 1 week. Oh, no, you're good. You're good, everything. You're good. What's wrong with Lions at Bengals Week 13 Monday Night Football? Week 13 is Thanksgiving. So the Lions have to be at home. And they will play on Thanksgiving. They're not playing Monday Night Football Week 13. How's it going, PFF? Appreciate you tuning in. We always have to know what team versus the Lions. Lions will not play. Yes. Well, it's not always that, but it's usually that. I think it's going to be Lions Vikings. UMass v. Kent State? Oh, yeah, they do play each other this year. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. Appreciate all you guys being here. We do have a ChatGPT at halftime that I am gonna do. And right now, 3rd and 8. Ready to start 6 season? Nice. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well. You have Vikings. I have Vikings Lions too. John's playing on Thanksgiving versus Dallas. That'd be 2 straight years. I'm not sure it's going to happen 2 straight years. I think it's going to be Cowboys and Chiefs. Jim Moore Jr. saved us. He has. Yeah, UConn actually doesn't look bad with Mora. Made a bowl game last year. I think UConn be good. I think UConn could actually be pretty good. 3rd and 8. Regular clock rules apply. Ball at the 35. Motioning is Hunter into the backfield. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perez, they send 5. To the sideline, out route, caught, out of bounds, 1st down. Gain of 13, nice throw and grab to Tyler Vaughns. Florida State prediction. I'm not crazy about the guy they got from BC. I'm not crazy about Castellanos at all. I'm going to say 4 wins. Right, Casey Dow's be the highest rated game of all time on Thanksgiving. NBC Thanksgiving and Black Friday. I think there's going to be some... I think Commanders are going to get a Thanksgiving game. I just don't know who. Hand off up the middle, down to the 48. Then Black Friday. Right, Havel's going to play on all the holidays. Play on Arbor Day soon, because why not? 2nd and 8. Yeah, 4 and 8 on that. Black Friday. What did I say for Black Friday? Packers, Bears? Go Packers, Bears. 2nd and 8. Samoon beforehand. That's the first flag on Arlington today. Back it up 5 yards. Memorial Day game for the PFF. You could. Why not? It's coming up. It's coming up. So back it up. 2nd down. Arlington has all their timeouts left. Your band subscriptions as president? That'd be tough to do. NBC will only show Sunday Night Basketball 2026. Oh, Tuesday night games arrive weekly on NBC. Monday's games on Peacock. All right, that's not a bad model. 2nd 13, 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Perez stepping up. He's going to slide down the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 2, 3rd and 11. Well, Michigan call a timeout. They will not. They're going to let this run. Thanksgiving night? I could see that too. I think it's going to be an NFC East game on Thanksgiving night. 3rd and 13. So it's going to be Sunday for NBC, Monday Peacock, Tuesday NBC, and then Wednesday and Friday ESPN. It's a good model. You're getting a lot of exposure that way. 3rd and 10. Rolling out, fires on the run, caught to the 35 and brought down the 34 is Bennett. Thrown down by Frank Inda, but now for a gain of 15 and a 1st down. Descriptions, oh, they are annoying. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sure how you ban it. And Arlington calls them out 55 seconds. They'll have 2 left. Mariners Giants Black Friday. I could see that. I think it's gonna be. I think the entire NFC East. I could see the NFC East and the NFC North being on Thanksgiving / Black Friday. Like, my bold prediction is that we will not have a single NFC North game on Sunday, week 13. Like, every team will have played beforehand. Yeah, avoid scheduling comments. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. First down ball to 34. Is moon pie beside you? I don't need it. Not a moon pie person. Hunter in motion. Down the backfield. 3 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Perez takes a snap. Going to be delayed handoff to Hunter. Hunter cuts up the field, but slips to the 32. So a few guys slipped today. Ginda on the stop. Arlington, will they call a timeout here? I don't think they are. Going to let this run. 2nd and 8. I personally would call timeout here. You're at the 31. Free include pass stops the clock. I go quickly at least. They send 5. Hit as he throws over the middle of the field. That ball's caught and then jacked up at the 20-yard line. And timeout Arlington with 25 seconds. Nice grab by Burnett. Clock stops to reset the chains. And now they burn their second timeout. They'll have 1 left. That comment costs 99 cents a month. Can you imagine if you had to pay for comments? Like, literally have to pay to make comments on YouTube? That would be insane. Alex Panthers Finals? That could be interesting. That could be interesting. First down. One of the top three of the bottom. 25 seconds. Perez takes a snap. They send 4. Perez stepping up, looking to throw on the run. Fires to the end zone. Diving grab. And they're going to say touchdown. Tyler Vaughns. I thought that took a bounce. As it stands, TV with the TD, but let's see. Was that a trap? Was that a catch? That is... Oh, that never hit the ground. Now, the thing is, did he come with that ball out of bounds? The question is, was he out of bounds when he made this grab? His shoulder might have been out. But if the knee was in, 1 knee equals 2 feet. If the knee was in first, that's good. Let's see. When does the knee come in? The knee comes in bounds. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Perez leads a perfect 2-minute drill. Never hits the ground. 1 knee equals 2 feet. Elbows in bounds as well. That's good from my angle. That looks good to me. A 3-rule or no, not? I would not. It might be a super challenge, though, for holding. Or hands to the face. So is there holding here is the question. Adrian Ely. This might be a super challenge. Is there enough? We saw yesterday in the Brahmas Defenders game a touchdown got taken off the board early on. By DC on a super challenge. Michigan is challenging this play. Again, the rules for the super challenge, you get 1, but if you get it right, you get a second one. Let's double check. Working on Wilkes. He is grabbing the top of the shoulder pad. You know, this could be holding. This might be coming back. He's got a case. And he does. 1st and 20. Take it off the board. Michigan retains its super challenge. They get holding on the play. So wipe the touchdown of Vaughns off the board. 2nd straight game now. A touchdown's been taken off due to the super challenge. 1st and 20. 2 of the top, 3 of the bottom. Finish cutting out players for national. Nice. So the sideline ball is caught, and Vaughns will get 6 before he goes out of bounds by Lovely at the 24-yard line. 2nd and 14. Huge momentum shift there. Can Arlington answer back after having a touchdown taken off? Hazard's rolled out of game 3. Ooh, that's a bad loss. Coming off the bench and all that. Well, the top 3 at the bottom. Perez takes a snap. They send 4. Fires off his back foot. Incomplete. Looking for Canella. 3rd and 14. 11 seconds to go. If I rec my ATV would help me, I have no idea how to. What do you mean by help? Like, I don't know how. I don't know a single thing about ATVs. I don't know how to fix one. 3rd and 14. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perez going to give it off to Hunter. Hunter to the 20. Hunter will get down to the 15-yard line, and that will force him to call their final timeout with 3 seconds left. Does score most of my games? Yep, a lot of field goals. Jersey schedule. Let's see it. 4th and 5. They'll line up Haversick. We make a second field goal of the day. Be a 33-yard try from here. Arlington got a touchdown. Wiped it off the board. Do the super challenge. Ravens or Jags? Oh, Ravens by far. By far. It's not even close, actually. Fourth and 5. $33-yard try for Haversack. Perfect so far today. This one also relatively easy kick. It's the distance of an NFL extra point. Final play of the first half. The kick is good, and it's 9-6. So going to the halftime break. Arlington chance to double dip. They get the ball for the second half. 9-6 your score. 22. Wow, that is crazy score. I'll put a poll up. Who wins this game? Any tips for content creation? Yeah. So I would say just be yourself. Be passionate about it. Interact with your community. I would definitely say the other thing is that people are way more likely to watch a video that has bad audio. Or, I mean, bad video, but good audio versus the other way around. You can tolerate bad video. Can't tolerate bad audio. I would also say don't feel the need to spend money. Like, you don't need to spend money to make content. When I started the channel, like, I didn't have any of this. I had none of this. I had no microphone. I had no mic. I used GarageBand, and I used iMovie. I spent zero money to make my channel and grow it. And obviously, now I've spent quite a bit, as you can tell, with the setup and everything. But find your niche and be the best at it. I would say that. Find your niche, be the best at it. Find what you do better than anyone else. Find your unique style and be the best at it. I think that's what I've done with this. It's like, okay, what separates me from all the other channels? It's that I do football videos every day about weird and wacky history stuff that no one's ever covered before. And then I've just devoted my life to the history of the game. I've loved it. So that would be my tip. All right, let's do the Little Brown Bear ChatGPT that I was going to get to yesterday, but we just ran out of time. This is the Caillou Who Cried Wolf. So let me just do this. So, the Caillou Who Cried Wolf. Celebrate first anniversary on June 9th. Nice. That's a good day. It's a good day to do it. So this is the Caillou Who Cried Wolf. They have a drawing tablet. I use a scoreboard. I film a regular tablet. Nice. Yep, that's all you need. That's all you need. You can film on an iPhone. You can film on anything. You don't need any of the expensive equipment. I still have not like the $1,000 cameras and mics one. No, you don't need any of that. And just like accept the grind aspect. Like grind out, post consistently, and build a community, and basically except that's not gonna be an overnight thing. You're not gonna blow the channel up overnight. I just gotta keep going. All right, so the Caillou Cried Wolf. So Caillou Little Bear in the Caillou Who Cried Wolf. This is the ChatGPT from Rob from yesterday that we just didn't have time to get to. But here we go. The Caillou Who Cried Wolf. Once upon a time, in a quiet, unsuspecting village, there lived a child so insufferable, so ear-piercingly whiny, that birds flew out of trees when they heard his voice. His name was Caillou. Caillou was 4 years old and bald as a peeled potato. Wow. Catching strays. I haven't even started this. He cried when his toast was cut wrong. He screamed when someone looked at him funny. He threw tantrums that registered on the Richter scale. The villagers had tried to like him. They had tried to raise him with love and patience. But Caillou broke him. Yeah, they play the cards right. Absolutely. Panthers at Bengals Chiefs. That's a gauntlet. You got to beat the Panthers, and Bengals Chiefs can be tough. So that's a tough schedule. A tough one to start. Yeah, we have a Caillou emote. We do. Caillou had broken them. One day, Caillou was assigned the simplest task. Watch the sheep and keep an eye out for the wolves. But I don't want to watch this stupid sheep, he shrieked. I want to go home and play with my toys and scream for no reason. Caillou, do your job or so help me, I will enroll you in boarding preschool. Grumbling and scowling. How's it going, Cujo? Welcome into the chat. We're at halftime right now in the UFL game. How's it going? SGA looking like crap. Nuggets up 2-1. Let's go, baby. Let's go. This ChatGPT is just, we didn't have time to get to it, but we're at halftime right now, so don't worry. You tuned into the right stream. We're at halftime right now. Grumbling and scowling, Caillou went to the hill with the sheep. But 5 minutes in, he was bored. So naturally, he decided to ruin everyone's day. Wolf! He howled with the power of 10 foghorns. There's a huge, scary, monstrous wolf. He's gonna eat me. Where? The villagers came sprinting. Pitchforks, axes, even Mrs. Jenkins, who was 96 and had scoliosis, rolled up with a frying pan in each hand. But there was no wolf. There was only Caillou rolling on the ground, laughing so hard he almost choked on his own spit. You idiots! You should have seen your faces. The villagers stared, hollow-eyed and twitching. One man dropped to his knees and muttered a prayer for strength. They warned him, do not test us again. But Caillou didn't listen. The next day, he screamed even louder. Wolf, it's real this time! I swear on my toy dinosaur! Once again, the villagers came, and once again, nothing. Just Caillou, standing atop a rock, flapping his arms like a deranged chicken. Fleed? Pleasant? What? What's with the D? Flee. Okay, well, I guess flee. Flee, peasants, he shrieked. The big bad wolf is here to eat your bread. He was struck by a tomato. Then another, and another. The villagers left, grumbling about duct tape and muzzles. The mayor passed a motion to rename Caillou the Menace on Maple Street. And then, on the third day, it happened. Caillou was sitting under a tree, throwing pebbles at butterflies, when a horrific, bone-thin, red-eyed wolf emerged from the forest. It was twice the size of a man and smelled like wet dog and ancient evil. Its fur was matted with blood. Its claws scraped the rocks like knives on bone. And it spoke. Hello, Caillou. Caillou blinked. Are you a fairy tale wolf? The creature grinned. No, child. I am the consequence you've been crying for. Caillou turned, bolted for the village, and screamed, Wolf, it's real this time! Please help me! The villagers heard. They did not move. They stirred their tea, watered their gardens, played card games. I believe that he has cried wolf once too often. Back on the hill, Caillou tripped and fell. The wolf loomed over him, drool dripping onto his shiny bald head. I'll scream! I'll cry! I'll throw the biggest tantrum! Caillou shouted. The wolf licked his lips. Perfect. I love my meals loud. And then it ate him. All of him. Shoes and all. The villagers noticed the quiet that followed. A stillness descended upon the land. Peace returned. Birds sang. The sheep grazed calmly. And no one cried ever again. The end. Where did Little Bear fit in that? I put Little Bear in there. It didn't. I guess it didn't put in, but that's. Got the job done. Caillou's dead. That's all we care about. Caillou is dead. So that was the ChatGPT from the last stream that we just ran out of time for. But that's what overtime on these streams is. People put in these requests, and I get to them. Rip Caillou. No one's going to miss you. I like the end of that schedule for the Jags. If they can just stay in it. If they can stay in it, I mean, that's not a bad ending to the season. The second half is more than doable. On your league schedule, that's more than doable. I appreciate all you guys doing it. We're at halftime right now of the Panthers Renegades game. Vote on that poll. Who do you think wins this game? And again, we do emojis in the chat for both these teams playing today. We're going to do Yankees A's later today as well. That game starts in 95 minutes. In 2019, the Rams, they played the Cowboys. That was Cowboys. I remember that one. Rams played Cowboys. Don't have to read the choices for that one. Rams played the Cowboys in Honolulu. They're going back to Honolulu, too. Or they're going back to Hawaii, I think. I don't know where in Hawaii. I would assume Honolulu, but they're going back. Great answer was the Cowboys. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, according to Front Office Sports. Okay, so this could be legit. Front Office Sports is legit. I follow them. Chargers will play the Chiefs in... It will be Chargers-Chiefs in Brazil. That is official. Chargers Chiefs according to Front Office Sports looks legit. Front Office Sports is pretty reliable. And they're an actual account, so. And if you're just joining us, Arlington gets the ball, so the second half. Touchdown taken off the board by Arlington after the holding call in the Super Challenge. Trivia question was inspired with the fact the Rams are holding minicamp in Hawaii. Yes, I had a feeling on that one. Had a feeling. Already said my OT request for you will be McAfee against Gunther highlights. Ooh, oh boy. Well, I missed Carter's eyeliner. I'll miss the 2 games a year he looked like he... I'll miss the 2 games a year where he looked incredible. I'll miss the 2 games a year where he wasn't checking stuff down and looked really good and was throwing it down the field and throwing for 350 yards and be like, oh, wow, he looks legit. And then he crashes back down to earth immediately after. Yeah, uniform shenanigans. I'm not sure we're going to see any. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. We're going to start the second half in just a little bit for this one. If you haven't seen today's video, click that link above. Talking about the New Orleans Saints bizarre controversy from the 1975 season. He'll go back to playing for MCR when I was a young boy. Oh, God. Will you go longer than Hendry against Orton? I would say yes. I would say yes on that. St. Louis Birmingham ticket sales look good. I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised. It's a big game. It's a big, big game. Has Michael Stroud? He does not. Nope. All right, let's try this. St. F going to stir in just a little bit. Arlington getting the ball to start the half. And Arlington has dropped 3 of their last 4 games. Basically need to win this game, otherwise they are in serious trouble in terms of making the playoffs with the way DC and St. Louis are playing as of late. This is, oddly enough, Arlington's last home game of the season. They play DC, Memphis, and San Antonio on the road the final 3 weeks of the season. For Michigan, it's the first of 3 straight games for them on the road. They got Houston, Birmingham, week 8 and 9 on the road before going back to Ford Field. With Strickland being read as last rights last weekend at Churchill Downs. I'm always going to sell me 4 tires. It feels that way at this point. It feels that way at this point. Let's take care of some administrative business really quickly. Let's do our new test. The ABC thumbnail testing is one of the best things YouTube's ever done. So, let's try and figure this out. Wait, wrong one. I hate this one. There we go. Fanfish Car becomes color commentator at 26. I think he's going to go in the studio. I could see him being with CBS. That just screams a CBS move. All right, let's do the second half. That did not reach the landing zone. So Arlington will have some very good field position to start this third quarter off, getting a field goal on their last drive. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, help us out on the channel. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, just go anywhere they see them. Arlington ball. If you're not reaching the landing zone. Ball at the 40-yard line. First down for Perez. 3 at the bottom of the screen. Gonna give it to Hunter. Hunter's got nothing. Arlington's run game has been stuffed today. It's a loss of 2. Kenny Wilkes on the stop. It's had a nice game so far. Gets a stop there. Drew the holding earlier that negated a touchdown. 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line. So we have an injured player for Arlington as well. Again, Kalen Ballage out for the season with an injury, so this is Day Hunter, who is going to have to carry the load, and he is not doing a whole lot today thus far. Injured player for the Renegades, though, so we'll take a quick break here. 12 seconds into the third. As a reminder, we are going to be going live later today for the Yankees-A's game. We've got everything set up for that. I also have the emojis in there for Yankees and A's, so we are good to go once that takes place. In terms of streams coming up, see a lot more Yankee fans and A's fans in Sacramento. I think you're going to be right on that one. Yankees fans are all over the country, and they travel well. I could see that. In terms of streams coming up, tomorrow we got Roughnecks, Stallions, Battlehawks, Showboats. We got 2 games tomorrow at 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. We got Phil's Guards at 7. So we're doing 3 streams tomorrow, 2 UFL and Sunday Night Baseball. May 12th, we're going to be doing Brewers Guards at 6, D-backs Giants at 9:45. On May 13th, we're going to be doing one of those 3 games and you make the call. Twins O's, Red Sox Tigers, or White Sox Reds. And we're also going to be doing D-backs Giants. May 14th, we're going to do 2 games. A's Dodgers at night, and then you make the call between Twins O's and Red Sox Tigers. So you'll have a chance to see the Red Sox play, or the Tigers, or the Twins, or the O's. So we might have 2 games with them in back-to-back days. It is possible. And then May 15th would be... Yeah, May 15th would be interesting. I'm going to do Rays Blue Jays. Yeah, we're going to do Rays Blue Jays. So we are going to do Blue Jays game for the first time. We are going to do Rays Blue Jays on Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern. And then we'll do a stream at night. An overtime Q&A stream at night. So that's the plan for Thursday. Friday, I got no idea what we're doing. Depends because I fly and I have to connect, so I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we'll see. Meanwhile, after the injury, 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line. Unable to get anything on the ground without Ballage. Just noticed by the Yankee jersey downtown sack. That's a pretty good sign. Assuming a lot of them are going to the game. One of the top 3 at the bottom. They send 4. Perez looking. Deep shot here. 1-on-1. Incomplete. Looking for Canella. But flag on the play for PI. They're going to get DJ Miller for pass interference. And it's like, wait a sec. That ball was not catchable. But he never turned around. And made contact. They're going to get Miller for PI. Let's see this again. I mean, there was contact. He ran into him. Miller can't believe it, but it's the 5th penalty on Michigan today. It's a first down for the Renegades as a result. Ball now at the 47-yard line. Burnett motioning to the top of the screen, 2 at the top. It could be a trick play. Double reverse pass, Perez checks it down the flat. It's caught, first down. Hunter makes a man miss to the 35-30, 25, out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Noah Dawkins on the stop after a game at 24 yards. The trick play there. There's a lot of motion there. Perez hands it off to Hunter. Hunter gives it back to Burnett. And Perez stands in there, is looking for the deep shot and second, and checking down to the second man. In the flat, Hunter gets the first. And then a lot more. They're just outside the red zone. Good chance here to, at minimum, tie this game up. One of the top, 3 at the bottom, including Sal Canella, lined up near the line. Now Canella motions to the top, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Canella now lined up as a blocker. The handoff here to Hunter. Hunter gets to the 20, and he'll get down to the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 5. 2nd down. And just 2 running backs today for Arlington. Hunter and Smith do not have a third option at that position. 2nd and 5. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Arlington has not scored a touchdown since the Defenders game. They're close here as Burnett makes the grab at the 10-yard line. DJ Miller on the stop. It has been 6 quarters since they last scored a touchdown. Yeah, I heard about the Hudson thing. I'm not sure what to believe, because there are conflicting reports of that. I could see a situation where she's banned from being on the field. Oh, that's awful. So sorry to hear that. I don't know, like, I don't want to speculate on that. I don't know with your dad. Like, I don't know, like, what stage it is. I'm not a doctor. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does beat it. But I'm so sorry to hear that, man. 1st and goal, and there's a lot of confusion. So they put Ehlers out there. Usually put him down by the goal line, but they're putting him at the 10-yard line here. They call timeout. A lot of confusion. If you have a nut allergy, should really be at a horse race. Yeah, that's playing with fire. That's playing with fire. Unless there's a specific nut allergy section. That's playing with fire. Same thing with baseball. Like the amount of people that, like, eat peanuts at baseball games, the shells and everything, you're playing with fire. Unless you're in a specific section. Ehlers going to stay out there. They're going to try and run a reverse play. Vaughn's, he's going to get nothing. Michigan was ready for that one. They knew something looked funky, seeing as Ehlers does not play usually. Or a lot of horse... Yes. Right, with a horse race, that's probably shouldn't be there. They knew something was funky when they realized Ehlers was in from the 10-yard line instead of... Usually he's in short yardage situations or down by the goal line. But they knew something was up. Kind of gave away by the formation. They lose at 6 yards. 2nd and goal. Perez back out there. 3 at the top, 1 on the bottom. Yeah, I think Evers along... I mean, Vandy beat Alabama. So, yeah. Perez stepping up. He's going to get sacked. I don't know if it's a sack or if it's no gain. Either way, Mike DeFoo on the stop. 3rd and goal. Long ways to go. He couldn't even go with the use peanut oil and furniture. Wow, that is very allergic. That is very allergic. This Arlington offensive line has not done the best of jobs protecting their quarterback today. As Perez tried to step up, nothing there. Schedule release, any predictions? I think Jaguars get one primetime game. It's a Monday night doubleheader. 3rd and goal, they send 3. Perez pump fakes, checks it down. That ball is caught by Hunter. Spin to the 12. Gain of 4, and they'll have to settle for a field goal. You know, experience at Churchill? That's awesome. That's awesome, then. I would also say Titans get no games. The NFL, I could see scrambling at this point to change the schedule with the Saints. Be like, wait, if there are any primetime games, take them off. So it's not going to work out. Haversick lining up for this kick. He's 2 for 2. This is another chip shot. But again, 3 drives have gone into the red zone. All 3 times have to settle for 3. 9 all. Haversick money. Can we go to San Fran in 3 weeks? I can't wait for you. It's going to be a fun time for you. Reuniting with everyone and whatnot. 5 minutes gone in the 3rd. 9-9 the score. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you guys for making this the #1 place to watch the UFL. Michigan, you see with the helmet set there right now, first in the USFL Conference alongside Birmingham. Arlington needs to get into that top 2 spot in the XFL Conference. We're going to play see in Chinatown, Fisherman's Wharf. Nice. They're training for someone's backup QB at some point before the deadline. I assume waiting until training camp is done. See if anyone impresses or see if anyone's going to get cut. I can see something like that. My back is just like acting up. Aaron Rodgers waiting for the schedule release, so the Steelers don't have a lot of primetime games. I doubt that. Yeah, police car passing. Police car passing right now. I don't think Oklahoma State win. No. Don't think she'll go with me there. Oh, that makes sense. And 9-9 the score. Of course, get a new car. There you go. That's going to be fun. Stressful process, but always a fun time. Getting a new car. Three field goals today for Arlington. Go to Oklahoma State. Not this year. Not this year. Only 1 touchdown so far this game came on a Bryce Perkins run. I'd say it's 6-9, which would say a very nice score. Yep. A lot of people do. I think a lot of people do. Not his worst, so she's fine. Okay, if I do it, live square over San Fran as well, take the BART. Alright, that works. That works then. Selleck 6 starting in just a little bit. Kickoff bounces, fielded by the goal line. Taken to the 20, and ball comes out! The ball comes out! Arlington's got it! A fumble on the return, and Nico Bolden gets it for the Renegades. They're going to start in the red zone. Better chance again, Derek Carr fumble. I would say fumble. Fumble's not a person. At least Carr, people have to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So, where the ball comes out, the return by Nakua, easy call in the strip, not even close to going down, and Bolden all over it. First down for the Renegades in the red zone at the 17-yard line. We have to have Joe Buck balls out. I do. I probably do. Ball at the 18, first down for the Renegades. A chance to triple dip. They got the ball to end the second half, or first half. Got the ball to start the first half, and now they get the ball again. This is now 3 straight possessions. How many times do you see that over the course of a game? A team getting the ball 3 consecutive times. Not often. Out route gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Two at the top, two at the bottom. Handoff here, blown up. Hunter, nothing doing. At the 15-yard line. Loss of 4. Again, this ground game has been atrocious today for Arlington. Yeah, Anderson 51 comes to mind. Yeah, it does. But that wasn't really... Because the Falcons got the ball back with like 30 seconds. This is Michigan has not touched it. They've not had a play from scrimmage. They basically have not touched it. 3rd and 7, still in the huddle with 10. Are they going to get this off? Are they going to get this off? They go to the line quickly. 5 on the clock. Empty backfield. Perez, 2, 1, takes the snap. They're all disheveled, though. They send 5. End zone shot. 1-on-1. And almost intercepted. Couldn't get the knee in bounds. Was lovely. Playing a lot today. And the Michigan defense will hold. Another red zone opportunity. Ends with nothing. But 3 points to show for it. Haversick trying to go 4 for 4 today. As off to sell for the field goal to try and give them the lead. Yaleli did not get the knee in bounds. Drag 1 foot, but you need 2. Trying to float it to Winstead. The ground game has been the issue right now for Arlington. They pretty much have to throw it every down. Kick is good. Wasted opportunity there, though, for the Renegades. 4 field goals for them. They've scored field goals in each of their last 3 possessions. 12-9 the score. Michigan ball when we get back. Last take. I've not seen last take. I've not seen last take. I don't know what that is. If it's like just a parody of first take, oh, that's right up my alley. I would love that. Field goal isn't nothing. Well, considering where you started. Considering where you started, 3 and out. Zach Williams got to check it out. Oh, boy. Oh, I can't wait. So Michigan getting the ball back. Can they finally get a possession? 3 straight possessions for Arlington. $12-9 your score. Seems to be over the tour. Danny Sapko, Giacomo Tura. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Which game do you want? I'll get you on the call for it. Which game do you want? I will get you on the call for it. I have no idea what the situation is involving those 2 guys. I have no idea. This is the first I'm hearing about it. Put it to a vote. All right. Had it work now? All good. I appreciate tuning in. It's a good start to the season for the Dolphins. If that's the first 4 games, you got to go at least 3-1. Tony Price goes to Patriots fan. I don't blame you. Kickoff returns to the 32. For Devin Ross. And finally, we get a possession for Michigan. Takes it back. Oh. Is there plagiarism? I've never heard of either of those guys, so I don't know like what the situation is there, but have to check it out. Hopefully if there was any plagiarism that the person got called out, whoever it was. Well, the 32. If a fielder gets injured on play, it should be the runner gets to take the next space and nothing else for players to come out of the game and be tested to avoid a fake. If it's a fake injury, 10 game suspension, $50,000 fine. How do you prove it, though? Because it could be pulled the hammy. It could be you just got a cramp. Gain a 5 on the pass to Mariner. Come on with the 2 words. Ever been a ground rule triple? I don't think so. Oh, turn profit from stealing from other artists. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. Appreciate you, Gamana. A ground rule triple. I've never heard of one before. Could be wrong. I think there should be ground rule triples if the runner was clearly going to make it to third. Ball over the middle of the field. That ball's caught to the 45-yard line in plus territory. First catch today for Gunnar Oaks. In plus territory, the 45. Okay, well, due to the specific ground rules of a park, a batted ball that is sent to play is worth 3. Yeah, the hat things never come up. The hat incidents never come up. I've never... Has there ever been one? You know, that's never happened. Play action. Perkins. Middle of the field, slam pass, caught to the 35-30, and down to the 28. Okay, so it happened back in the day. Happened back in the 1900s, where fans stood on the field. The fans literally stood on the field, and balls bounced into the crowds as a result. But in terms of the hat thing, that's never happened. That's never happened. I don't think we're ever going to see it happen. First down, the 28. Handoff up the middle. Nothing doing for McCrary there. Or Toa, I should say. Nothing for Toa. I don't know why, but the fact that that was the, especially how it's what you just threw was hilarious. Yeah. I know how to suppress the pain at this point. I don't get it. Mena going down to the minors. Mana play coming up. I don't know. Unless the idea is Mena won't be able to go another few days. So, get a bullpen arm in there, then bring Mena back up, but I don't know what we're doing. I honestly wish I could tell you what we're doing, because I don't. I don't know what we're cooking. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perkins, they send 5. Swing pass caught by Toa. First down, and then some Toa! TT down to the 3. Gain of 26. First and goal. And right now in this poll, I think Twins... Oh, actually, it changed at the last second. Nope, Twins Orioles was the winner. Okay. We'll do that. $2 from C2 Man. Go into that. Twins O's down by $1. Okay, cook some hot dogs. Nothing screams summer like that. Nothing screams summer like that. Loses the ball. Perkins botches the read option. Arlington's got it. Perkins botched the read option. Tries to tuck it back in after faking the gift to Toa. And Arlington takes over inside the 5. Looked for sure like Michigan was going to capitalize Arlington's inability to get anything more than a field goal. And then Perkins just loses the ball. It's picked up by Willie Taylor. And Arlington will take over at the 5 when we get back. DC's win last night, not pretty. No, it was not pretty. They're not playing pretty football. I will say, they're 5-2, but they're not a good 5-2. But they're getting it done. They're getting it done. Fit hand with Sammy Hagar versus David Lee Roth. I'm going to say Sammy Hagar. I actually like Sammy Hagar Van Halen better. But not by much. They're both great. If Van Hagar was Van Hagar, yeah. I think both work really well, though. I think both work very well. Actually, no. I'm gonna go Van Halen with with David Lee Roth. I'm going David Lee Roth. Bon Scott or Brian Johnson for AC/DC? Ooh. I think Brian Johnson. I'm going Brian on that one. That's also tough. They replaced that frontman beautifully. It's one of the few bands that could do it successfully. And appreciate all you guys tuning into the stream. Arlington ball, 12-9 the score. David Lee Roth, the only man exists who sport leopard spot Spanish Spence like amazing doing it. Yep, he was a frontman. He was a frontman. So for the botched read option, Arlington taking over. Back-to-back drives for Michigan with the turnover. Welcome back, MPFF. Appreciate you, man. First down to 7. Taylor got the fumble recovery. Perez. Going to be in the shotgun here. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Ball at the 7-yard line. They force the red zone turnover. Takes the snap, play action. Looking out route. That ball is caught. Gain of 5. Tyler Vaughn's on the grab. Forced out by Lovely. 2nd and 5. Arlington's last 3 drives ended with field goals. So they're getting points on the board, just not capitalize on the red zone opportunities. They're 0 for 4 in the red zone. They're getting down there, just not able to do anything with it. The link to join to make the call. Oh, so for that handoff here, Hunter, he'll get a couple of yards to the 15. So that's just regular donations. That's just any regular donations. So for you make the call if you want to do it. Appreciate you, Natural Hazard. So for you make the call, all you do is you click this button right here, the money button, and then you can do a super chat, super stickers. So you do a super chat, and then you type in however much you want to give. So $5, 50, you can do anything. So that's all it is. You click that money icon, and then you just type in a dollar amount. So that's what you do. There's no link to it. It's directly through YouTube. 3rd and 2. Ehlers. Read option. First down. Again, you know when HA comes in the game, you know something's going to happen, and it's going to be some sort of running play. They're going to leave him out there on first down. They're going to leave him out there. Men in motion. Samoon beforehand. Trying to argue, Taylor Stallworth trying to argue that this one is a false start. And it is a false start. I think it's on number 75, Alex Akimbulu. Let's double check this. Was there some movement? Yep. Oh, yep. Well, that's on number 50. That's on JD DiRenzo, actually, number 53. JD DiRenzo. Yeah, so again, that's the you make the call thing. Just click the money icon down there. And then you donate through that. So 1st and 15, that probably is going to put Perez back in there. What's up, PFF? 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Perez back out there. Takes a snap in the gun. Slam pass behind his man to Vaughn. Perfect stroke funny. And oh, let's go. One of life's small victories. 2nd and 15 after the pass to Vaughn's. Way behind him. Had to be some sort of miscommunication. Again, this is Arlington's last home game of the season. Final 3 games are on the road. The good news for Arlington, though, if you win this game, you end with Memphis and San Antonio, the 2 worst teams in the league. People are trying to sleep. 2nd and 15. Screen pass caught by Canella. Did nothing in the second quarter after a great first quarter, and he's going to get a nice run there. Needed 15 for the first, got 15. First down the play at the 29-yard line. The second half, yeah, that's... Yeah. I don't know how to do it. Patreon page is enough for one-time donation. I never try to use SWAT stuff. Oh, all good. All good, yeah. So, yeah, you just hit that dollar button. Appreciate you, Natural House, a ton. Appreciate you a ton for tuning in. But yeah, that's how you do that. You make the call. And whichever game is the highest donation total is the game that we're going to do on Wednesday night. Whichever game has the highest donation. They actually say he was shy of the sticks. 3rd and 1. And he came down right before the 29. Ehlers going to throw with his left hand, incomplete. So Ehlers comes in, flag on the play. Yeah, I love that quote. Just in the middle of the night. But illegal contact, hands to the face. So even though the pass fell incomplete, it's not going to matter. It's a first down for Arlington. As Michigan has, I think, committed 8 penalties in the last 2 quarters of this contest. Right, I have an issue. Yes, he had no issue with that. Was that the same episode as the thermodynamics quote? Is that the same episode as the obey the laws of thermodynamics? Or was that a different one? It was in the same room. He had 6 penalties on Michigan since the start of the second quarter. Perez with a man in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep pass to Payton. Payton makes one man miss and goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Forced out of bounds by Lovely. 2nd and 6. You're looking for Super Chat, you just click that dollar button and you have Super Chat, Super Stickers. You can do either one of those two. It works the same either way. Second, 7, 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Trying to check it down. It's batted at the line twice and incomplete. 3rd and 7. And New Orleans Breakers on Sal Canelo. He's been a solid tight end in spring football. How's it going, Absolute Doink? Appreciate you tuning in. I don't know about guaranteed, but it's a good start to the season for the Dolphins if that is the schedule. If you have 3 quarterbacks, you have -1. You have to sign another to break even. Yep, that's how it works. Neutral zone infraction on Michigan. Another penalty, so make it 3rd and short. Is my cable stream being weird? Is the game freeze on almost TV? I think it's a cable stream. I'm not seeing any issues. I don't have any issues. Being 70 on the Saints. I don't know if the Saints are going to allow 70. Hey, you have scored 70 before, so. Johnster with a 5er. Appreciate you, man. Give me the Reds game. Oh, because you donated for the Red Sox game last time, so I was wondering if you're going to go Red Sox. If you're going to go Reds game here, appreciate you, man. Fact or fiction? 3rd and 2, slam pass caught. Vaughn's down to the 47-yard line. At 4 a.m. Wow, that's insane. Gain of 5, first down. We go to the 4th quarter. Fact or fiction? Olivia Arrigo passes Ariana Grande in popularity by 2030. I think fiction. And the reason why is because of movies. I don't think we're going to see Olivia Rodrigo doing a whole lot of movie stuff. Just so most if I mix it up. All right. I appreciate it. It is close now you make the call. Appreciate it, man. So the reason why is because of movies. How's it going, Magic? Welcome to the chat. Ariana Grande Wicked, obviously. They're both going to still have massive album success and music success. But Ariana Grande is going to be an Oscar actress, nominated actress. Just more mass appeal, I think. Like, way more mass appeal. Oh, in terms of music and albums. Oh, in terms of music and albums. But that I could see fact on. That I could see fact. That I could absolutely see as fact. That wouldn't shock me. It's more doable if that's the criteria. I still think Ariana Grande is going to be in front, but it's possible. Fact or fiction, Olivia Rodrigo possesses Trump in popularity by 2030. Yeah, I don't think that's, yeah. Say fact. Random pop star versus a two-term president. Argentina won the World Cup on the previous Argentine Pope. What's the chance the Bears win Super Bowl under the new Chicagoan Pope? Depends on Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, but based on the math and based on that sample size, 100% based on that sample size, they're going to swear the odds the U.S. wins the World Cup under an American Pope, and I would say, yeah, it's still 0. All right, go to the start of the fourth quarter. Most of you run with the Panthers to win this game. Even though they're down 3, 80% of you think Michigan will come back and win this one, and that Arlington's inability to get touchdowns on these drives will bite them in the butt. Even despite Michigan having 2 drives in the third quarter, both ending with turnovers. It'll be live later today for Yankees A's. That stream is going to start at the conclusion of the UFL game. I will link that stream in just a little bit. But click that link above to watch today's video that dropped on the New Orleans Saints. Something that happened back in the 70s. Bizarre controversy from the 70s. Bears fan, Pope's a Bears fan? Oh, I think pretty high. First down, Perez. Delayed handoff to Hunter, and another run that gets nothing. Brought down to 41 by Wilkes. He's having a phenomenal game so far. 2nd and 16. How many runs have gone in negative yards today? Oh my goodness. Starting too many possessions, too many first downs behind the line, playing from behind because of all these runs going nowhere. Wilkes just mauled his man and then made the stop at the same time. 3 tackles for a loss for him today. He's destroying on the defensive line. Deep shot here, Perez, double coverage incomplete. Broken up by DJ Miller, looking for Winstead, but there was a flag on the play as Winstead went to the ground on that one. We do have emojis in the chat shows for either one of the teams. Check the call here. It's on Michigan. It's another penalty for them this drive. Are they going to get holding? There was some contact. Let's the contact happen as the ball was getting there? I don't know about that. That looks pretty clean to me. That looked clean, Mr. Jaguars rant. Yes, he did. Well, I gotta get past right here. It's not holding. Okay. Yeah, there might have been some contact right before. It's pretty bang, but it is a first down either way for Arlington, the 43. Perez to the flat. Canella brought down low at the 37-yard line, brings up 2nd and 4. Canella, his 5th grab of the day. We got 55 people in the chat right now. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Again, we're going to be live later today for Yankees A's. That game starts at 4:05 Eastern Time. Be on the call for that. 2nd and 3. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Perez takes the snap, play action, fires over the middle of the field on the curl route, caught, first down, Winstead down to the 28-yard line. Probably the most successful Chicago Cardinals since 1947. He is. Gain of 10 and a first down. This drive start at their own 7-yard line. This even's been on the field for a while. Post highlights from that on shorts. Yes, that'd be a great idea, actually. It's a lot harder for people to get invested in a 20-minute video than a minute-long video, especially if they don't know who you are. On the side of the ball for practically the entire third quarter. Back shoulder, caught in the red zone, and into the end zone is Vaughns! For the first time in 8 quarters, Arlington has scored a touchdown. Tyler Vaughns, 27 yards, a 93-yard drive, and the Renegades are up 18-9. Still a one-score game with UFL rules. Vaughn's working on Lovely and then makes Lovely miss, gets a block from Canella down the field, and Tyler Vaughns is in the end zone. Perez throws his 4th touchdown pass of the season, and Vaughn's his first touchdown. Natural Hazard with the 5. We're going with the red team. Thanks for supporting the UFL. Of course, I love the UFL. We did XFL games in 22. 2-point try. Ehlers looking, directing traffic, and he will get blown up after getting 1 yard. Levi Bell on the stop. So still a one-score game. Appreciate you a ton, Natural Hazard. I will get you on the call for the Reds game. You know, it's the least I can do. I love this league. I did XFL games back in 23. I did the end of the USFL in 2023. I did all the games last year. I have this whole setup for this. If you want to see the full set... Oh, wait. Whoa. Okay. Hang on. Don't worry. Your screen was supposed to see nothing. I botched it. Hang on. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. If your screen went out, that's fine. Yep, there we go. Renegades score a touchdown. It's a Renegades score a touchdown. It's a miracle. Yep. Leafs, Jets, Leafs, as long as it's possible. But yeah, this is the whole setup. So we have all the XFL helmets and the USFL helmets. So we have the UFL helmets here. Custom-made Brahmas helmet. I can't get Defender's helmet from 2023, but this is the one from 2020. USFL, and they're organized with the standings. XFL 2001. Yeah, so I went all in on this league. XFL 2020, the teams are no longer with us, and then the USFL from the 1980s. So no other setup is like this out there. So really happy with this, and I do love this league. I want to be doing all the games. We do pretty much every game on this channel. I think we're doing like 75% of the games this season. So appreciate you, Natural House. It means a lot to me. Roger, any start today? That it does. That it does. So that is the that's a setup. I basically just decided let's go all in on this and make this the #1 place to watch the UFL, and it seems like it is that. So especially with the YouTube views. So appreciate you a ton with that. 18 on the score. Michigan needs to get someone here. Last 2 drives ended with turnovers. At the very least, just need a drive because their defense will be on the field forever. For the first time in 8 quarters, Arlington has scored a touchdown. That one will not be overturned. Tyler Vaughns gets his touchdown. His first of the season. Perez's 4th passing touchdown this year. Yeah, just a 1-score game. Be tough with a 3-point try, but it is just a 1-score game. Michigan was up 9-3. They have now allowed 15 straight points. Again, in 34 minutes, we'll be live for the Yankees-A's game. That's going to start the conclusion of this. That's going to start the conclusion of this stream, which I will link right now. I'll link it so that you can be in the chat when it happens. Click here to join the Yankees-A's stream once this game is done. Yeah, I'll place that so you know exactly where to go. Kickoff here. That never reached the landing zone. It's going to roll harmlessly to the 20, and Michigan will take it at the 40-yard line. So they'll have some good field position here. The Dolphins score 507 points. I think that'd be the record. Plus 265. That'd be like the all-time greatest team ever. So what can Perkins and company do here? Let's fumble the ball twice. Yeah, Scooball's a monster right now. Scooball, I mean, that last outing was insane. He's on another level. He's the favorite for Cy Young, and rightfully so. He's just playing lights out. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Handoff here to the side. McCrary will get nothing on the play. Thrown down for maybe even a loss of 1. I see Payne in on the stop. The main man that did it was Davion Nixon. Brings up 2nd down. Yep, Carr retired. It's too bad with the injuries. It really is too bad. But it frees up a lot of cap space. It's a blessing in disguise for New Orleans. It's going to be a rough year this year, but it's going to be worth it in terms of just cap space. It frees up so much. 70-0. I would guarantee it's not going to be 70-0. 2nd and 10. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Empty backfield here for Perkins. They send 4. Drops back, stepping up, gonna throw on the run. A jump throw down the field, incomplete. Wants a flag, not gonna get it. Looking for Mariner. I mean, not to glaze an incompletion, but you want to talk about the arm strength. He jumped and threw that 60 yards in the air. I mean, I feel like I'm talking about like Mahomes when like I'm being like when it's like, oh, what an incompletion. But he literally jumped. He was in midair and threw that 60 yards. That's one of the most impressive incompletions I've seen. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know that's possible. He was literally in midair and threw it 60 yards. 3rd and 10 for Perkins. Trying to escape the sack. Makes 2 men miss. Rolling out. He's going to take off and run. Send the edge. 1st down. This man is Houdini in this league. Gets around Will Clark and picks up 19. You know, he retired. Yep, just announced it today. He retired. Ball at the 41. How even? I have no idea. But stepped up, avoided the sack from Willie Taylor with a fumble recovery earlier. Who will the Saints get a quarterback? Probably Nussmeier next year. Ball at the 41. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Man in motion here is Ross. Flag on the play, though, for a false start. That's the 9th flag for Michigan since the start of the 2nd quarter. Yeah, the UFL this year is wide open. There's 6 teams that are right in the thick of things. Even Houston, with the way McClendon's playing, is in this thing. You know, Houston's rooting for Arlington right now. Rooting badly for Arlington to win this game. And the top 2 teams in each conference make it to the playoffs. And again, Michigan, their final 3 games, it's not going to be easy. They play Houston twice and Birmingham. So in terms of playing bad teams, they're done playing Memphis and San Antonio. They've already played them. It's not going to get easier for Michigan after this game. 3 at the bottom of the screen. Dolphins toward the Saints. I think fact on that one. Perkins play action. The screen is busted, so just have to eat this play and lose yards of the 47. There were too many men downfield to throw that ball once it got blown up. So loss of a lot. Someone hijack this street. Well, you can't hijack in the middle of the game. You can't hijack the middle of the game. But It is possible to do it. Santo head coach last night made me question why he has a job. Well, because he's not technically the head coach. Party is technically not. He's 28 years old. Wade Phillips was the head coach. He stepped down due to health reasons. So, this guy was a last-minute fill-in. Party cannot coach. Party cannot coach. He has no idea what he's doing out there. 2nd and 23, Perkins. Stepping up, hit as he throws, fires at the line, incomplete, looking for McCrary. Next game on, not yet. I'm going to throw it on after this is done. But at least 35 points on Wade's less. That's still a lot of points. Sanford, yes, I went back in 2010. It was very cold and windy. A nice city. My sister's, like, one of my sister's friends lives in San Fran, so she's been a few times. 3rd and 23. Ball at the 47-yard line. Again, Arlington was on the field for pretty much the entire third quarter and the start of the fourth. They just get the snap off. They send 3. Perkins. That's caught. And now you can probably go for a kick a field goal. We're at the 38. Jalen Moore. It's not going to be enough for a first down, but that's enough where you have a decision here. Potter made from 56 earlier. Probably help the player be good. Haven't heard that story. The greatest wrestling game I've seen in person? Oh, I took 5 years off my life. I mean, that game was nuts. That game was one of the greatest games I ever saw in my life. I mean, any sport, but man, just frustrating because how many times the D-backs made the wrong decision. That's a game where Torrey Lavello, you could fire him. Like, that's where the fire Torrey chance absolutely makes sense. Like, that was a poorly managed game in so many ways. Timeout, as Michigan going to go for it. But, like, it's funny because I knew the way Menon was pitching. I was like, you know what? We're not out of this. We can come back. Because Sasaki had nothing. I was like, we're coming back. And then as soon as Geagle came in and said Thompson, I'm like, yeah, we're not winning this game. We're not winning this. If I was smart, I would have bet on the D-backs to win once I saw that Menon was locked in. Bottom 5 would have bet on it. And then I would have cashed out before the top of the 9th and then bet on the Dodgers when Geagle came in. I would have done it. It's not hindsight bias. It's not me saying, oh, you're just saying that because of this. No. Ginkle's that bad. 4th and 7. By 3 and 4. I wouldn't be opposed to that. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They're going to still line up to go for it. A 56-yard try. Potter made from this distance earlier, but going to go for it here. Perkins stepping up. Jump throw. Caught by Toa. First down. Escapes the sack. Throws it while blinded. It's a gain of 12, and that's going to keep the drive alive for the Panthers. Bryce Perkins does it again and finds Toa. Nice job there by Toa setting the block and then make himself available. A delayed route. And right as he's being hit on the play by Donald Payne. What a play there. Nice grab by Toa. Nice throw by Perkins. Nice route. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They give up the middle. And Toa going to get down to the 20-yard line. Thrown down the play by Willie Taylor. The new source could save Murray's life? Yeah. Yeah, 6 popes since the Leafs last won the Cup. Maybe this will be different. Maybe this will be different. 2nd and 3. 2 at the top. 1 bunch up by the line. 1 at the bottom of the screen. Motioning is Moore. Perkins, play action, rolling out. Pump fakes on the pass in the flat. Somehow escapes the sack. Willie Taylor got caught in midair. Bit on the pump fake. Let's go, Cubbies. Appreciate tuning in. Raiders with the Renegades, such a nice new stadium. Yep. First down at the 15. Perkins got Taylor flat-footed. Got him in midair, biting on the pump fake. He's just so elusive. He really is Houdini. What Jags games I'm going to this season? Definitely the Cardinals game. How's it going, West Coast CS and PSU? Appreciate tuning in. Definitely the Cardinals game. Not sure about any others. 1 at the top. Now 2 at the top. Turner. Motioning. It's going to be caught by Turner in the flat down to the 12-yard line. Gain of 3. Miles Dort on the stop. Nice long drive here for the Panthers. Here's the question. Do you go for 3 if you score? It's tough to get a 3. It's tough to get a 3. I think the idea is if you go for 1, you don't go for 2. 2 would make no sense. If you score a touchdown, you go for 1. A field goal gives you the lead. You still have 2 timeouts in the 2-minute warning. This would be 1. You're not going for 2 if you score, but it's going to be close whether you go for 1 or 3. You could go either way. Perkins takes a snap. It's a low snap. Fields it cleanly, though. Fires off his back foot. Incomplete. That play was all out of sorts after the low snap. Had to get rid of that. Marrow, the intended target, covered by Jaden Price, brings up 3rd and 7. Six minutes to go. Michigan, they lose this game. They drop to 2nd in the conference. Birmingham takes 1st. Right, week 18 would be division game. 3rd and 7. Want the top 3 at the bottom. Perkins. They're going to send 5. Fires middle of the field. Slap pass caught. Touchdown. It is Turner. Malik Turner, MT with the TD. And decision time here. Bryce Perkins, his 9th passing touchdown of the season. He leads him down the field. He's been responsible for both touchdowns today. Malik Turner, his 3rd receiving touchdown this year. That's the most on the team. Only player with multiple receiving touchdowns this year. Decision time here. Down by 3 with 6 minutes to go. You can't go for 2. You can go for 1. No, they're going to go for 3. They're going to try and tie it up right here, right now. I get it. I completely get it. Personally, I go for 1 here. With how good they've been on 1-point conversions this season, a field goal gives you the lead. Personally, I would go for 1. There's still plenty of time to trust your defense to get a stop. And 3-point tries are very hard to do. But we'll see. I haven't seen too many successful 3s this season. Perkins, empty backfield. They send 4. He's got time. He's rolling out, resets his feet, slips, has to just chuck this one up for grabs in the back of the end zone. That's batted away by Harris. Incomplete. It remains a 3-point game. Remains a 3-point game. But there's a flag. It's a late flag. Who is this on? Prior to the pass, holding on the defense. Oh boy, so they can redo the 3. But this time from the 5-yard line. They can redo the 3. When you buy that much time, the corner sometimes get a bit handsy. And Chris Claybrooks, yeah, I mean, he threw him to the ground. He threw him out onto the ground. So 3-point try, but this time from the 5-yard line. What a bad penalty there by Arlington. Now it's way more manageable. Now it is way more manageable to get the game-tying 3. But Arlington, I think they're going to super challenge this. They're going to challenge this. You have 1. Michigan used their super challenge earlier. It worked out. I'll put a call up. Yeah, I'm a bit behind. My stream's always behind for Fox. I don't know why. I mean, he threw him to the ground. I mean, that should be a penalty. I don't know what it wouldn't... I don't know what you're... I get what you're challenging. It's a big play. Not sure if that's really worth the super challenge. Looks like he gets tugged to the ground. Gets tackled. There's contact beyond 5 yards. That should be a penalty. I think Arlington will lose this one and lose a timeout. Should be a quick super challenge. Yeah, ruling on the field stands. No real surprises. Arlington loses their timeout. They have 1 left. And now they're going to go for 3 from the 5. So we take 2 on this conversion attempt. 3-point try. Two at the top, two at the bottom. McCrary in the backfield. Moore line up at the bottom. Perkins. They send 5. End zone, back corner! He's got a man! Caught! We're tied! Malik Turner! I don't know what that's called. An octopus if you get 8 points. What's it called if you get 9? I honestly don't know. We need a name for this. We need a name. UFL Super Challenge? Probably not. Probably not. We need a name for this. I don't know what it is. What a throw by Perkins. Malik Turner. And just like that, we're all tied up. Sextella? I have no idea. We need names. Time for Michigan comeback. 18-0. It is close. I'll put a poll up. Who wins this game? Again, we're not starting Yankees A's until this game is done. Nona's terrific sign. So a Nonapus? I don't know what you would call it. Good use of the emojis there, Cujo. Good use there. $18-all the score. Michigan coming back. Throwing that ball, who do you think wins? A lot of people had Michigan, even when they were down 9, winning this one. We got a tie game. We got a tie game. And Arlington has no super challenge left. They got one timeout. Official attendance of this game, just a hair under 10,000. 9,963. So close to 4 figures, about in line with what we got this season. I think it'll be their average for the season will be over 10K. That's the last home game Arlington's got this year. Unless they do get the 1 seed in the XFL conference. Their final 3 games are on the road. They'll close the poll here at 85% around with the Panthers. Again, the Yankees A's stream. We're going to start that once this game is done. Surprised it's that high. Remember, the stadium is very big. The stadium is a big stadium. It's also based on tickets sold. That's about in line with what they've gotten. Definitely doesn't look like that many, but tickets sold. The kick here by Potter. Fielded at the 5. Would be a versus challenge? I would say no. It slows down the game a lot. Down to the 30 it goes. To the 25-yard return. Arlington last drive got a touchdown. Their first touchdown in 8 quarters. We have 60 people in the chat right now. We have emojis if you are a member. For the low price of $5 a month, you get a lot of cool perks. For being a member, you get members-only Q&A streams. Your name at the end of each video. One of the other perks you get is you get to use emojis in the chat, which we switch based on the teams playing in the games. So keep that in mind. First down the 30-yard line. All tied up here. The only time these teams are meeting this season. It's been a good one. Everything incredible. Drive by Perkins. Michigan has come back from a 9-point deficit to tie it up. Injured player here. Looks like it is DJ Miller from Michigan, but he'll jog off the field. Anona Grassi. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like Anona Grassi. First down, Perez at the 30-yard line. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Takes the snap, gives it up the middle to Hunter. Hunter will get down to the 37, keeps the legs moving. Biggest run for him today, down to the 40-yard line. Lots of big news today. Stinks with the injuries. It stinks that Carr had the injuries, but it saves him a lot of money for the Saints. It's going to be better in the long run. Be way better in the long run than he retired. Down to the 40-yard line. Nice job there keeping it going. Wilkes trying to get the stop, but Hunter just took him for a ride. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. I'm assuming the big news is Carr. They give up the middle. Hunter once again. Now they're starting to get a bit of ground game going. Gain a 6 on the play. Noah Dawkins on the stop. 2nd and 4. I mean, how do you compare yourself to Brady? I didn't see that. If it's like, well, Brady was a day 3 pick or a 6th round pick. He slid a lot. He had a chip on his shoulder. I'm coming with the same chip on my shoulder. Like, that's a little, like, I'm okay with that. 2nd and 4, handoff. This time, nothing doing. Loss of 3. I think Taylor Stallworth on the stop. Ball might have come out at the end. But 3rd and 7. It did come out at the end. Picked up on the play by J.D. DiRenzo. So Arlington retaining possession, but got a long ways to go on this 3rd down. My story always similar to his. I mean, start off the same. Fell in the draft. Other than that, that's it's a dumb thing to say. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They send 4. Now they send 5 on a delayed blitz. Perez fires. Open. Caught. Vaughns does it again. Vaughns down to the 29-yard line. Tyler Vaughns into plus territory. Gain of 28. They send the corner blitz. Perez gets rid of it just in time. Right as Miller was coming in on him. And Vaughns, who scored the touchdown on the last drive, makes a big catch there. Working one-on-one with Keontae Harden. Vaughns over 100 yards receiving today. Having a monster game. Had 166 yards all season. Give here to Smith for the first time today. Brought down the 32-yard line. It's a loss of 3. Thrown down by Levi Bell. Ringing Smith's bell on that one. 2nd and 13. 3 minutes to go in regulation. No, I can't do links. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Links don't go through. But I'll check it out. I believe you. 2nd and 13. Perez. They send 4. Deep shot here. One-on-one. What a grab by Vaughns. He's got a magnet on his hands today. Oh, my goodness. Down to the 11 again at 23. Perez, nearly 300 yards passing. Vaughns has basically equaled his receiving yards total the entire season in this one game. Next stream is, whenever this game is done, we're going to do the Yankees against the A's. Yankees A's starts at 4:05 Eastern, so next stream is the next game. 1st and goal. Ball at the 10. It's actually better for Michigan. That's 1st and goal versus 1st and 10. This was a fine end to the drive. Perez in the flat. Canella. Stiff arm. Big boy move. Big boy score. What a play by Sal Canella. The tight end. A monster game for him. And Arlington back in front. 24-18. Sal Canella with a stiff arm after the grab. Get out of my way. A big boy move. Sending Tarpley to the Shadow Realm. He's been caught on a few missed tackles today. And Sal Cannella, his first touchdown of the season. Cannella and Vaughn stepping up big time. They're going to go for 2. False start, though, so back it up 5 yards. You know, I just saw the sure comment. Yep. That's the problem. Anytime a player compares himself to Brady, that usually doesn't work out well for them. Empty backfield now, 2-point try from the 10. Damn, probably told him to say that. Bad advice. Perez, hit as he throws, end zone, tipped and incomplete. Looking on the play for Payton. Thrown into traffic, Miller on the breakup. 24-18 the score. 2:01 to go. In what has been one of the best games of the season. I'll put another poll up. 3 straight touchdown drives. The sure comment was, my story is going to be similar to Tom Brady's. I think he's cocky. I think he's arrogant. What a game for Tyler Vaughns, Luis Perez, Sal Cannella. They've been killing it today. Not like I know for Arlington. I don't know. I don't know. Sure as the attitude of his dad, now the skills. I mean, Deion didn't get his number retired in college. Sure did, so he's got the skill. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. 24-18 the score. A quarterback can have that attitude, yep. Number retired, 13-12 record. 13 more wins than any of us will ever have. So, you know what? I mean, it was such a dumb retirement number. No one's denying that. I think anyone is in agreement with the Shooter retirement number. Sure gonna end up being right? No. No. Or it wasn't his choice. It definitely was his dad's. It's not happening without his dad. Knicks down 9 wherever they want to be. Again, the Celtics always get off to good starts. They just have to literally not choke. That's what gives me hope for the Celtics, is that they just have to not choke. Oh, Keller with a hundo. Keller with a hundo. Oh, boy. All right, we're going to hide. Okay, Yankees A's. It's going to be a double stream, 2 at once. Yankees A's are going to be doing 2 games at the same time with the Yankees. Which game do you want, Keller? Which game do you want? We got a hundo from Keller. You got to hijack a stream. Softball, Idaho State, Weber State for the Big Sky Championship. How's it going, Charizard? Oh my goodness. We're at the 2-minute warning, 24-18 the score. When we get back. Oh God. Oh boy, split 3 ways. There is no college on college softball. College softball. Oh boy. Alright, we're going to split 3 ways. Oh my God. So we're going to be doing college softball game at the same exact time as the Yankees A's. Wow. Oh my god, Keller. I can't thank you enough. All right, let me get the scoreboard for that then. Hang on. I need to make another... Hang on. I've never done it with baseball, so I gotta get a second scorebook in. That game's on ESPN Plus, right? That game will be ESPN Plus. That game will be ESPN Plus. And that starts at... Okay, ESPN Plus. Okay, I've got to figure out a way to do this. Yeah, 1:30, that game starts my time. Okay, I have to figure out how I'm gonna... This for baseball. No, that counts. That counts. That's one. Okay. Okay, how am I gonna do this? So I have the template for baseball. I just need to get another template. So give me a second here as I sort this out. All right. All right, let's try this. Idaho State, Weber State. Oh boy. Appreciate you a ton, man. Oh my god. That is crazy. I did not see that coming. All right. Let's get the logos in. I can't get the... I could probably get the emojis in, actually. Probably get the emojis. We're going to take out the Renegades once this is done. And we'll be live for Yankees A's once that starts. Yeah, I got time. We got time. We got time. Okay, wait. Who's the home team for this one? Idaho State would be the home team, I think. Idaho State would be batting second. Okay. First down ball, the 29-yard line. And Yankees A's going to start as soon as this is done. One of the top three at the bottom. Perkins, stepping up. Fires in the flat, overthrown, incomplete. Derek Carr retiring. Sucks about the injuries, but it saves up a lot of money for the Saints. It's going to help in the long run. And thoughts on the Utah Hockey Club's new name? I like it. They just took a really weird way to get there. In terms of, it was the Yeti, and then you decided, well, we can't actually get the rights to Yeti, so we're going to scrap that name, even though everyone wanted it. And then we're also going to have, we're going to add a name in there that no one wanted, and we're going to take that name out. It was just a bizarre situation. Oh, Weber's home. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'll change that. 2nd and 10. Perkins, clean pocket, fires middle of the field. That ball's caught by his tight end. Oaks, gain of 10. First down at the 39. That's going to move the chains. Clock will run. Toa's in the backfield. Right, I was saying it was on for the first game, so Idaho State over here. All right, let's get this in. First down. Perkins, clean pocket, has time, and then sacked, but might be a flag for how he got thrown down. Might have been thrown by the horse collar. Willie Taylor on the tackle, but on the sack, but this one might be coming back. So face mask, move it up. Derek Carr, yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Went to the 46. How's the ball coming to copyright the name of the mythical creature? They really can't, because there's not really brand confusion. They really can't, but they just didn't want to fight it. That's really, they just didn't want to fight it. That's all it came down to. Perkins hands it over the middle down to the 40-yard line. Gain of 6. Again, for those wondering when the Yankees A stream is going to start, it's going to start after this game is done. So I not have it on right now. It's going to start after this game is done. Yeah, that's a big penalty. 2nd and 4. Handoff. Toa. Down to the 37-yard line. 3rd and 1. Under a minute to go. They got 2 timeouts. 4 down territory here. Two at the top, 2 at the bottom. They give again to Toa. First down. Clock is moving down to the 35 with 42 seconds to go. Starts back up again. 39. 35 seconds now. Perkins. Second read. Not there. Try to buy time. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Looking deep down the field for Cole Hicatini, his first target of the day. 25 seconds, 2 timeouts. Overtime save for this. No, we're doing Idaho State, Weber State softball, and Yankees A's. All right. Let's do that. Second and 10. Perkins. They send 5. Pressure. Hit. Gets rid of it. That's going to stop the clock. He got rid of it somehow. Falls incomplete, but it does stop the clock. Brings up 3rd and 10. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. We got 8 people in the chat right now. And be sure to join me for the Yankees A's stream. Click that link above. Once this game is done, we're going to hop over there and commentate that alongside Idaho State, Weber State Big Sky Softball Championship. We're going to do both at the same time. Yeah, I can't believe we got rid of that in time. Neither can I. Aside from Houston, do you think St. Louis and DC are Remington their original helmets? No, I do not. Arlington calls their final timeout. No, I like the DC helmet better now than it did in 2020. And St. Louis, I mean, it's the same helmet pretty much. It's pretty much the same helmet. So, nothing really changes there. Appreciate the hundo a ton, and we're going to get this Idaho State Weber State game in there. Okay, what's softball? It's baseball, but it's with women and it's underhanded. The field dimensions are different. A lot's pretty much the same as baseball, but it's the same idea as baseball. Same idea. Baseball bigger, more yellow. Yep. That's a good way of putting it. That's 7 innings. 3rd and 10, 19 seconds. Can Perkins work another piece of magic here? Motioning to the top is Turner. 3 at the top. 1 at the bottom. They send the house. They send 6. Fires middle of the field. Caught at the 17-yard line. No one touched him. Down to the 11. It's Sayosi Mariner. Gain of 24. And Michigan burns their second timeout. They brought the house trying to get to Perkins. Perkins off his back foot as they send 6. Fires after being hit by Payne. And going down to make it, getting by Stephen Jones, is Sayosi Mariner. They brought a lot of pressure. I'm not crazy about the call. But ball at the 12-yard line. 12 seconds to go in regulation. Yeah, the Yankees A's going to start right after this is done. That game is already underway. We're not calling until this one's done. Just keep that in mind. First down. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Ball at the 11. Perkins. They send 5. Back in the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Mariner. 7 seconds left. Got time for 2 plays. You have a timeout. You can go middle of the field. If something goes wrong, you can call the timeout. 2nd and 10. 11 yards, really. One of the best games of the season in the UFL. 2nd and 10. Perkins in the gun. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Empty backfield. Takes the snap. Rolling out. Oh, he's going to take off. He doesn't realize the clock. That's the ball game. He pulled a Broncos Patriots from 91. He took off and ran the one thing he couldn't do. He got 10, needed 11. He didn't get the timeout in time. Perkins had no awareness of the situation. They didn't get the timeout in time, I don't think. I don't think. No one's walking off the field just yet. Perkins ran trying to get some time. To the Brett Favre and the Falcons game in 94. They will put a second back on the clock, though. Oh, the drama. One play from the 1 yard line. They'll review this. Yeah, he did go down with 2. He did go down with 2. That's awfully close, but he did get it in time. Perkins got it in time. Awfully close by the skin of their teeth. Perkins tried to hurdle Miles' door and saw no one open, so I take off and run. A risky play. Final play of the game from the 2 yard line. 3rd and 1. What do you have in your playbook here? Final play. Man in motion, Cicatini. They give up the middle. We're tied up. Toa gets in the end zone. Bryce Perkins works his magic. 24 all. Are you kidding me? And now they'll go for 1 to try and win it. You get it, it's over. If not, we go OT. Arlington has blown so many games over the last 2 years down late. And this could be another heartbreaking finish for the Renegades. They'll go for 1. Exact same spot they were in last time. For the ball game. Otherwise, we got the 2-point shootout for OT. Perkins. In the gun, motioning to the line is Nakua. Samson Nakua in motion. The give to Toa. The Panthers win with no time left. The Panthers walk it off. Toa gets the octopus. Or he gets 7, I should say. And Michigan, down 9 at one point, has come back to win it 25-24. The Panthers walk it off. They go to 5-2. Arlington drops to 3-4. Their season now on the ropes. No, Nakua's suspended for 1 game. The Michigan Panthers, back from the dead. Another heartbreaking loss for Arlington. How many games have they blown late this season? The Panthers go to 5-2. An instant classic. Bryce Perkins leads him down the field, and Toa finishes it off. Breaks the tackle. They're bouncing off his offensive lineman. Breaking the tackle from Kyan Bars. And that's the ball game. You know, he's there today. He didn't get any catches. We are doing softball. Yep. What a game. What a finish. The storybook season for Michigan continues. And way too much time on the clock for Bryce Perkins to do what he does best. Perkins gets him in the red zone. And how many blown opportunities for Arlington today? They were 0 for their first 4 in the red zone. And Michigan will be moving on. Guaranteed to finish no worse than below 500. Their next 3, it's going to be tough. Houston twice in Birmingham. But now in a prime position to make it to the playoffs for the 2nd straight season. Toa, the hero, gets his touchdown, his 5th of the season, and none bigger than that, and then gets the 1-point try. Michigan, 67% on 1-point tries this year. And man, oh man. All right, with that in mind, click that link above. We're going to do the Yankees-A's game. I will see you guys in literally 1 minute as I set that stream up. Appreciate you guys tuning in for an instant classic. Michigan takes it 25-24. Click that link above to join the next stream.